Space, humanity's last horizon. These are the records and expeditions of the Federation starship Lovelace. Assigned an ongoing galactic charter, the intrepid crew of the Lovelace explores the excitement of strange new worlds, encounters new life forms and new civilizations, and ultimately seeks to boldly go where no one has gone before.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to Star Trek Adventures Loveless. My name is Nicotine, I'm one of the people here behind Fable Scraps, and I am very happy to finally be back here. We're joined today by a wonderful cast. We're gonna talk about them in just 1 second, but before we do, if you're listening to the show on podcasting apps such as Spotify or Stitcher, know that we record our show live every Tuesday at 3 p.m. Pacific, that's 6 p.m. Eastern, on Tuesdays. At Tuesday, here at twitch.tv/fablescraps. Big thank you to all of those of you who've subbed and those of you who are here. You may affect the show, live viewers here at our Twitch channel. You may affect the show in meaningful ways by the clever exchange of funds for threat and momentum points. Threat points are a pool of points that I, the DM, may use to introduce complications that the crew must overcome. And momentum points are points that the crew may use collectively in order to mitigate threats, gain information about a certain scene, make rerolls, etc. You can find more about this with exclamation point coin in chat or in our info panels. So, without further ado, I think we're going to go through everyone's little introductions. We're going to make sure that everybody's microphone sounds good. So as we go through, we're gonna name them 1, 2, 3, and 4 and chat. If they sound all right, let's get some 1s, 2s, 3s, and 4s and 5s for me in chat. So first up is Fist of the Walrus, who plays Captain Logstead. Hello, Fist. If Fist sounds good, let's see some 1s.
Hello, my name is Fist of the Walrus, and primarily a roleplay streamer here on Twitch, and I'm excited for today's episode. Hope I sound good. Everything good? 1s? Sweet.
Looks like 1s across the board. Thank you so much, Fist. Where can people find your content?
Over on Twitch and Twitter at Fist of the Walrus, and sometimes I'll upload stuff on YouTube. Still haven't done it yet, though. Maybe one day.
Thank you so much, Fist. Before we move on, just thank you, Twitch viewers, for the lovely support and hype train that we have now currently. You're wonderful. Next up is Locke the Raven. If Locke sounds good, let's see some 2s. Hi, Locke.
Hi, Nikki. I'm Locke the Raven. I do know today is Tuesday, and I'm a variety streamer on Twitch when I could be bothered to turn the program on. I do roleplay and other games. See me with Nikki on Wild RP. And you'll also see me on Fable Scraps on our other show on Fridays, Doomlore, a 40k story. And you can find me on Twitch and Twitter at Locke the Raven, spelled like it sounds.
Thank you so much, Locke. If Locke sounds good, let's see some 2s. I see 2s in chat. We're gonna just really quickly, 1 second. I'm going to head over here.
You hear the echo?
I do hear
I'm
it.
hearing double.
I hear it double as well.
Our doppelgangers.
That wasn't happening so badly earlier. 1 second, let me see about
Echo.
this. 1 moment.
Sweet. I'll say echo and make it like echo. Echo, 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 echo.
Yeah, that's that's the thing. Is everybody muted on OBS Ninja?
That's a good question. Maybe not.
I'm muted up. Non-OBS. Ninja and...
Oh, I'm hearing it doubled in fists as well.
I did mute.
I wonder if it's me. Oh my god, you're never gonna believe this.
Like
Is it you?
everything else, it's about you.
You're never gonna
Wow.
believe this.
What?
I managed
What?
to make this about me.
Gasp.
Is that better?
But I want attention.
There we go.
It is
Yep,
better,
don't
right?
hear it anymore.
Yeah. That's better.
Okay, perfect. Sorry about that, everyone. Next up is Lieutenant Commander Belmont, aka Aaron Black. If Aaron sounds good, let's see some threes.
Hi, everybody. My name is Aaron Black. I am a writer, and that's it. If you want to find out more about that, you can find me over on Twitter at Aaron B. Writes.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Aaron. Next up is Enovan. If Enovan sounds good, let's see some fours.
Hello there, I'm Enovan, a streamer here on Twitch. Typically I stream chill/relaxing games. You can find me at twitch.tv/Enovan, that's ENEVUN.
Fantastic. All right, Enovan sounds good. I see fours. My name is Nicotine. I'm one of the people here at Fable Scraps, and I'm very happy to be your DM today here at Star Trek Adventures Loveless, our Tuesday show on Fable Scraps. If I sound all right, let's see some fives in chat. And I think we are good to start. So, without further ado, take it away, Fist.
Stardate 44622.3. An old colleague and dear friend, Professor Cicero, has asked to convene about a very important discovery he's made. The unveiling of this discovery is scheduled for several hours from now at Deep Space 7, near the Romulan Neutral Zone. Naturally, the crew is excited for a little bit of R&R.
Everyone is aboard the bridge of the USS Loveless. It has been a while since any of you have been on vacation. There is a palpable excitement in the air. You can tell ensigns are not paying attention as well as they should to their duties. It's difficult to focus. And we open up about 4 or 5 hours away from Deep Space 7.
Boy, I don't remember the last time we've actually had a vacation. Oh, I'm excited just thinking about it. Oh, Telecommander, what are your plans for your shore leave?
Captain, I honestly, I don't know. I'm not sure what facilities they have there. I haven't played any games of chance in a while, and I think I'll look for something like that.
Excellent. Yes, I'm just very much looking forward. I'm so excited, and I can already feel the atmosphere already in the ship. Everyone seems to be buzzing about, and really, truly am excited for this. It's been a while since I've seen Cicero. He's always been such an eccentric professor of mine. Always so very interested in exploration. He'd leave months at a time, maybe sometimes even longer, and the discoveries that he's made, the stories that he can tell, I cannot wait to hear them once again.
So he's still actively adventuring as much as possible, or, I mean, is this sort of a side thing that he does from time to time?
Well, he's always been quite an adventurer, though it has been such a long time. I'm not sure if he's still doing it as actively as he used to. He is getting a little up there in age, but, it's the enthusiasm that keeps one going forward, and he has plenty to spare, I'll tell you that.
Oh. I think I look forward to meeting this individual, and maybe they have a story or two to share.
Oh, absolutely, they do. And they are very keen on Romulan history as well. Yes, very particularly keen on Romulan history. You can learn a thing or two.
That's impressive, actually. As I wouldn't say secretive as the Romulan. I don't want to say anything untoward them, but it's surprising. They must. I can't imagine the sort of spots they must have gotten themselves into in order to get that type of information.
Oh, I can only imagine. the artifacts that he's uncovered and the informations and secrets that he's discovered. It's all it's like something out of a book, really, his adventures.
Oh, I wonder, Lieutenant Commander Belmont's going to look up on the computer for any publications from this individual.
Lieutenant Commander Belmont,
Yes.
your query is established, locating records of Professor Cicero.
Your data screen in front of you is still loading, and it's continuing to load. And at the speed of the computer's searching ability, you are agog at the prolific nature of what you see before you. There's hundreds, maybe thousands of papers published by this individual. And you spot, just by merely glancing, several of them are related to Romulan artifacts in history.
Whoa. He is a well-published... oh, my goodness.
Told you, he was very enthusiastic about his work. Probably still is. Even more so now.
This is incredible. I'm definitely going to pick a few of these to read. And then I'm just going through the list looking for anything that stands out, probably specifically Romulan things, because I'm very curious as well.
Sure.
So that's what I'm going to be doing for a while.
Definitely. Lieutenant Ram, the artificial crewman in charge of the helm aboard the USS Lovelace. You are an artificial crewman and have not yet had the pleasure of being on a deep space excursion. You don't quite know what to expect. What is Lieutenant Ram thinking about this particular event?
Ram would most likely be doing as much research as possible to make sure that the navigation is cut up, as good as it can be.
Sure. Intuitively, you know through the contact you have with the computer's database how to do all of the landing and docking procedures and how to, communicate to the mission control at Deep Space 7, but you don't really know a whole lot about what goes on inside of a deep space station. It's not really something you've ever had the opportunity to experience, and records are unhelpful for you.
Ram wouldn't really be bothered, I don't think. I think he would just follow his orders. He'll follow what the captain says to do.
Sure. Seems reasonable for the artificial crewmate. Commander Herrick, this is an opportunity for the rest of the crew to engage in leisurely activities. What do you intend to do at this time? The Vulcan security officer aboard the USS Lovelace. You are also muted.
Well, Eric, taking full advantage of the leisure time, is going to be filling out new duty rosters, adjusting patrols, and catching up on the reports that have piled up from time to time. Lots of administrative work in relative peace and quiet, while the rest of them finally away from him for a little while.
So, Commander Herrick, in a way, is by doing office work, engaging in a leisurely activity.
Yes. Unbothered office administrative work.
Thank goodness. We all know how desperately Herrick needs it.
Captain,
Yes, computer.
Captain, we are arriving at Deep Space 7.
Excellent. What's the estimated time of arrival?
Estimated time of arrival at warp 7. 2.5 minutes.
It's closing in quite soon. I'd like to open a hail up to the station.
Channel open.
Hello, this is Captain Eugene Lockstead of the USS Lovelace. Reporting in. We're going to be arriving in shortly.
We read you loud and clear, Lovelace. You are clear for approach. Please dock at docking bay 972.5-E310. Thank you.
Excellent. I got all of that. See you very soon. Looking forward to it. Lieutenant Ram, you got all of that, right? I wasn't paying attention.
I believe I got most of it.
Just most of it. Computer, what was the... Which docking bay again? Can you do the... What were the numbers?
Captain,
Yes, computer?
all the docking information is locked in.
Oh, that's right. Sorry, I mean, I'm looking so forward to my leisurely time that I forgot the computer does that.
No, it's alright. You can do my job for me if you like.
Oh, no, that's all right. Maybe I
please.
thought you...
You'd like to enter them in, you can do that.
Usually Ram sometimes, punches it in. I just wanted to make sure that we had everything. I'm just looking forward to this, all right? I know it was a foolish oversight on my part.
Captain, you're sweating.
Oh, I'm not.
You're sweating a little bit.
No, I'm not.
I'm detecting moisture levels and humidity is rising around your captain's chair,
I'm not.
specifically the seat.
Nope. No, I'm fine. Not at all worried or nervous, being that this is the first time we've actually got on a real vacation. Every other time we've tried to actually take any shore leave, something always happens. Not nervous. Worried. Concerned.
Deploying
sweaty.
antiperspirant.
Ooh.
Just a giant mechanical arm just spews antiperspirant all around the captain's chair.
Oh, what is that smell? Oh,
That is the antiperspirant.
smells like a very cheap body spray. Ooh. Ooh.
In the future, all they have is Irish Spring.
I thought it was gonna be like Old Spice or something. Yeah, Mountain Spring, I believe is the name of this one, Captain.
Ooh, I don't like it. It doesn't really remind me of a mountain spring. It's very
Yeah.
pungent.
I don't know what the naming conventions are, but I can't switch it out.
That'd be wonderful. Maybe get the one with the handsome bath towel man on it.
I will look for that one.
Thank you. That one in particular. I like the smell of that one.
Warp now. You have arrived at Deep Space 7. You are on course for docking.
To which one again? What are the numbers?
It's already in the computer, Captain.
That's right. I knew that. It's okay. Whew.
Did you,
Good.
Do you want more antiperspirant?
No, that's
You
fine.
can just ask if you want more I can deploy.
I really
I've got
don't.
17 and a half canisters of the stuff.
17 and a half canisters of it.
Ensign Gregory requires an extra helping of antiperspirant.
It's Tsunami Axe body spray.
No, that'll be all. I'm completely fine. I do not.
Several flavors.
Ooh,
Several flavors.
can you eat it?
I can definitely taste it in my mouth after the first spray. Not that's a good thing, but I can definitely taste it.
That one was labeled vanilla.
It doesn't taste like vanilla. It tastes like chemical burns.
Steam enough.
Oh, silly me, it was chemical burn vanilla.
Why is that?
That's French vanilla, thank you.
I'm impressed that someone developed that to begin with, and disappointed.
I guess someone has a certain palate that's not really mine. Sprays aside, let's focus on getting this ship docked.
The main view screen is a light with a giant fixture in the middle of space, and it gets larger and larger, like some massive chandelier. It's getting closer and closer, and as it keeps getting closer, you become well aware of the scale of this massive structure. It is Deep Space 7, a fantastic tribute to humanity's foothold at the neutral zone, and you managed to dock on the outside ring of Deep Space 7.
Why don't they call it Deep Space 7000? It's such a larger number for such a large ship. 7 doesn't sound all that, large. Just me.
I believe it's because it's the 7th one, Captain.
I mean, you can still
7,000th one might come a bit later.
Oh no, like 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. It's just, I don't know. It's just me.
It seems like it would be a problem if they keep making them bigger every time they added a new one.
I mean, it's already so large. I mean, I'm just saying, 7,000 would have been.
Just the name itself, right? Well,
Yeah, Deep Space 7,000. 7,000.
well, I think
This is 7.
usually these, and you'd have to ask someone who actually is stationed here, but they usually have an inside name for it. So maybe that name is a little bit more grandiose than 7.
I'll have to ask about that. I didn't know that. I didn't know they had other names. Okay. It's interesting. Maybe they call it Deep Space 7,000. I would.
Is there anything anyone would like to bring before disembarking?
Herrick.
A little satchel, just
I'm just dragging him away from the console.
Yeah. Yes, Captain.
Would you like to accompany us on board the ship? Or the station, I guess. Is it a ship or a station?
Station, Captain. Herrick looks longingly at the work he was doing. I will accompany you, Captain.
Excellent, that's the spirit, Herrick. I think you'll really like Cicero. Although he is a bit eccentric, he is a very knowledgeable man. Good conversation. Great storyteller.
All right. Anything else anyone would like to bring? Captain Lockstead is bringing Commander Herrick.
I think to the game of chance thing, I think Belmont's been getting into that sort of stuff, so he's definitely replicated a sort of maybe personalized set of poker chip sort of thing. So he's got a little case of that.
Can you
Belmont's
can you
developed a gambling.
can you describe your Lieutenant Commander Belmont's poker chip set, please?
I mean, I think that they would be varied in color. So you have like a white and a red, and probably a green that's gilded. And in the middle of them would be old style tools. So like a hammer for one, and an old style drill, maybe a screwdriver, and just on the center of those. Yeah, and they're replicated to a fine detail. So they're very pristine in their look, very neat and orderly inside the little case that I have.
Has Lieutenant Commander Belmont ever used these? Ever?
No. I think that he's probably having a hard time getting people to play poker and whatnot with him recently. Just like, no, but it's a card game. You have to understand. I don't think he
does
would.
Lieutenant Commander Belmont know how to play poker?
Absolutely not. I think he's read about it, but he doesn't understand the nuances of the game. And there's so many different types of poker that I think he's a little confused about what's what. Something called some old Earth State Hold'em, something another. You can't remember quite, but yeah, he wants to play. He's hoping there's others that can do it, but he's not very clear. Yeah, I think the idea of again that the randomness of what the cards can be is the most intriguing thing. So he's actively looking for partners to play.
Awesome. All right. Then the ship is docked. You may walk out of the ship into the station at your leisure.
Definitely, I'll probably lead the pack with a little skip in my step because Captain is very excited to be reunited with his favorite professor, Dr. Cicero, or Professor Cicero. And then I'd imagine that Herrick is tagging along just every once in a while looking back, probably at all that sweet paperwork.
Eric has a pad with him, by the way, and he's still doing things through it.
Ever efficient.
As you get to the main docking port at 5 forward, there are these massive doors inside of the Loveless that have opened. And beside you, very near to the party, is a gaggle, like what can only be described as a gaggle of ensigns. Ensign Gregory among them, with several large cases, and struggling to hold them.
Oh, you're doing great work, Gregory. Excellent work.
Gregory immediately drops all of the case. Thank you, Captain. Thank you so much.
Careful with that luggage.
Yeah, oh, absolutely, sir. Ensign Gregory scrambles to pick everything up. It's difficult, and none of the other ensigns will help him. I got it, guys. Don't worry. Don't worry. I got it.
Very good. Carry on. Be sure those are very carefully handled.
Yes, sir.
I'll nod at the other ensigns who aren't doing anything to kind of like, I'll gesture them to, help out silently.
Sure, none of them do.
Would I notice this?
Yeah,
None
absolutely.
of them help?
None of them will help.
I would do a double take and then kind of give him an eye. Be like,
All right, several ensigns will begrudgingly walk over to Gregory and help pick up the cases. The party may walk through the doors, and through these doors is a massive, breathtaking sight. Deep Space 7 is before you. The main loading dock. There are people trying to get by you, past you, through you. Families, children, people with screaming babies of all different species. People holding valuables, people holding bars of latinum. It is bright, fluorescent, and sterile. There are large banners, works of art across the walls, and you can see up a long row of steps what appears to be a main promenade.
wow.
Yeah.
No, seriously, this is a Deep Space 7000. And if they don't call it that, then be darned to know what they do call this place.
I can ask around. Well, I mean, how long is Cicero? How long have they been here? Maybe they would
that's
know.
a good question.
Captain Lockstead, you would probably know that Professor Cicero lives here at Deep Space 7 and scheduled the conference for another 10 hours from now.
Well, he actually stays here, if you believe it. And if I'm not mistaken, in about 10 hours he has a conference scheduled, so we have some time to kill if we wanted to explore about.
Yeah. Well, I see some individuals carrying some latinum.
Yes.
I think Belmont's actively looking for probably some type of bar setting or something from where they're at.
Sure. You suspect that there would probably be some sort of food court or bar situation, cafe, further up into the promenade. You recognize that this is mostly like a loading and docking and unloading kind of bay.
Okay.
Importantly, Lieutenant Ram has downloaded an entire map of the whole facility and knows where everything is.
Do we know that?
No, nobody knows.
I know that.
Unless Lieutenant Ram has told anybody. Have you, Lieutenant Ram?
I'm sorry.
Ram would not bring it up unless it becomes relevant.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah, I don't. I'm looking for maybe a bar or something. Maybe get a drink here. Something other than the synthahol and whatnot that we've been having. I think I'm gonna try in that direction. If you guys want to come, I mean, I'm just gonna look around for one. It's bound to be something.
Attention, To the owner of the Tellarite mining ship Crevasse, your running lights are still engaged. Please report to the loading bay immediately.
That's embarrassing.
That is really, yeah.
We didn't leave ours on, did we?
Ooh.
I don't believe we did. Did we?
I don't think so.
Well, they'll tell us.
Yeah, they will.
I'm pretty sure that was Gregory's job, so I'm sure it's fine.
Oh, sure. Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
I
we'll just
believe
make
he
him
was on
do it.
duty, yeah.
You were
Bar,
appro-
you said that.
You were approached immediately by a large Klingon in a Starfleet uniform.
Captain Lockstead, yes.
Is correct?
This is your
How are
crew.
you? Yes, this is my crew.
I'm Thresh, Chief Security Officer of Deep Space 7. Please accompany me to my office. We have much to discuss.
Is there a problem, Thresh?
Follow me.
Very well.
Thresh leads you up the steps, into the promenade, around several corners, down some alleys, and as you walk through this promenade, you can see several levels worth of interior shops and food courts. There's an entire platform devoted just to food, with communal seating and several different types of exotic cuisines from many different races of aliens. You see a large statue in the center of this promenade. It is a statue of a Starfleet captain known as Captain Archer. It is chiseled and beefy, and he's wearing what looks like some sort of old time flight suit, and he's posed with a large arm, the muscular arm pointed out up towards the heavens in some direction just away from him.
I need to start working out.
I don't think Captain Archer actually looked like that, and I've only seen, some of the images and they've got a few things on the holodeck you can look at, but I mean, I don't think he.
I mean,
I don't think he was that ripped.
Look at that
That's-
physique. I mean,
Well,
that's
I know
Greek
that's.
God levels.
I know that's what I'm saying. This is like, what's the term? Artist interpretation. That's ridiculous.
You don't think they exaggerated that much, do you?
I really do.
You think so? That's a little dishonest. Feeling a little insecure here.
I know. That's unhealthy. There's no body fat.
It's like, oh yeah, he is cut.
I know.
He is cut.
That's dehydrated.
If you would like to examine the statue, you may make a roll for it. It'll be a insight and engineering roll for you, Lieutenant Commander Belmont.
Oh God.
No, this is what he actually looked like.
Yeah, all right. I'm totally gonna do it. Insight and engineering.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
No
what's
focus
the
used, complication of 2, and a task roll of 2.
All right, here we go.
Oh, that's a critical failure and a small success. You're sort of unsure whether or not this is really what he looked like. You've seen hollow images and hollow programs devoted to his ship, the original Enterprise, just like
Yeah.
many people from the Academy did, but you're unsure as to any of their accuracy, and you know that history can be easily overwritten, and maybe it is what he really looked like. Maybe the hollow things were wrong, and you
So
notice
maybe-
idly that he's pointing, the direction he's pointing is towards some stores, and that's about all you notice.
Huh. You know what? I'm gonna have to look that up again, Captain, because I mean, maybe his like the uniforms they used to wear, they weren't super form fitting. So I mean, they were more like overalls.
I want whatever uniform he's wearing if it makes him look like that.
We can replicate it, but it's not like an actively recognized uniform. I mean, that's an off-duty thing, but yeah, I guess we can do that.
Okay.
So, where to?
Oh, Yes, Thresh? I'm sorry, we're just admiring the scenery. By the way, is that,
There will be plenty of time for admiration later, Captain.
I had a quick question. Is that like an actual, like, one for one of the captain looked like, or was there like a little, you know, exaggeration?
Please follow me to my office, Captain, and crew of the USS Lovelace.
Yeah, very to the point and to business, I see. Not much for small talk, I'm sorry.
Chief Security Officer Thresh leads you around a corner through a locked set of doors, types in a key combination, and you are inside of the security office of Deep Space 7. You notice there are 3 chairs, and Thresh's chair behind a large desk. Behind him sits several cases full of various armaments, both Federation and non-Federation. You assume these to be contraband.
So, we're not in trouble, are we, Thresh?
Please, sit.
Of course.
Who takes the chairs?
I'll go ahead and sit and cross my legs. And, I don't know, how many chairs are there?
There are 3.
Ram would stand.
Yeah.
Eric
If
will
he's
take a seat.
Yeah, I'll take a seat. Probably. I'm not sure how we're arranged, but I'm gonna try and sit next to Commander Herrick.
Okay. Captain Lockstead takes the center chair, Commander Herrick on the outside, and Lieutenant Commander Belmont on the other outside, longingly looking towards Commander Herrick. Lieutenant Ram stands behind the captain awkwardly as Chief Security Officer Thresh walks slowly, methodically towards the chair behind the desk and sits down and crosses his fingers over his front, his chest, and lets out a long sigh. Just
You are here for the conference, yes?
Yes, that is correct.
Security was briefed this morning. There's no easy way to say this, but Professor Cicero is dead.
I'm sorry, what?
Professor Cicero is dead.
That's awful. What happened?
We found him in his quarters. It appeared as though he had died of natural causes, although the circumstances are suspicious.
Suspicious how?
He was elderly and had no signs of any kind of heart decay or medical issues, yet he died of a heart attack, according to the coroner.
It's very odd. Do you
Very
suspect
odd
foul
indeed.
play?
We are exploring every avenue of explanation.
It's very sad to hear. I looked up to him. He was my favorite professor. I understand this situation is in your jurisdiction, but if you would allow us, he meant a great deal to me, and if we were allowed to open our own investigation into how this happened, I would be ever so grateful.
go ahead and make me a roll fist. That'll be a presence and command roll with a complication of 1, a task roll of 2. No focus.
Okey-doke. What was that again? The command in...
Complication roll of 1 and a task roll of 2 with no focus.
Okie doke. And that was... command in...
presence and command.
Oh, presence and command. There we go.
Okay, full success. The Klingon leans back in the chair, it squeaks a little and says,
It has been some time since we have had a Federation captain on Deep Space 7. You are afforded certain discretions as far as your rank is concerned. I will allow you to conduct an investigation. However, it is on one condition: that you share the details of your investigation with my office.
Of course.
And only my office. You understand?
Very well. That can be arranged.
Very well.
Chief Security Officer Thresh hits a button, and the doors to his office whoosh open.
One more thing. I know that's not related to this or really all that important, but do you have a nickname for this place other than Deep Space 7? Like maybe Deep Space 7000?
Excuse me?
This facility. I'm just curious.
Yeah, a slang term for the station that locals may use.
It might be pertinent to the investigation if it's referred to in slang terms. Do you have like another, like maybe Deep Space 7000 or maybe something else you call this place?
Colloquially,
Deep Space 7?
locals may refer to it as DS7.
Oh, okay. Very well. Not 7,000?
You're welcome to
Eric,
create any number of nicknames or colloquialisms to refer to the station. However, its official title is Deep Space 7.
Okay. Well, I might refer to it in the reports as Deep Space 7000.
That would be incorrect.
Eric
I know,
gently
but it's
leans
like a
over.
nickname.
Captain,
Yes?
the station is named Deep Space 7 because it is the 7th deep space station the Federation possesses.
I'm aware of that.
So
But
7,000 would be incorrect nomenclature.
I understand that. But sometimes people create nicknames for things. Might be known around the ship maybe as Deep Space 7000. I just want to
You
start
may
that
refer
trend.
to the station as Deep Space Patach for all I care. I have no interest in what you're just deciding to call this. It's Deep Space 7, DS7 maybe.
DS7000. Very well. That's how I'll refer to it as in the reports. Just my little way of, contributing to the nicknames and, such. Okay, this isn't important. We should go to the... we should go investigate. Do we have the coordinates?
The coordinates.
Oh yes, the
Yes.
location of his room.
His room has already been sterilized.
Are we allowed to... Ooh, I see. Well, may I ask where he's being held now?
In the in the crematorium.
He hasn't been processed yet, has he?
Well, yes, he has.
Well, darn. Very well.
I'm looking sideways at Commander Herrick, like just not pointing, but I'm trying to get a read on Herrick's face after hearing this, that the room was sterilized and the body was destroyed.
Seems,
Eric has just gone back to his pad.
So I have a question. This investigation, is this just your investigation? It seems that everyone has already written it off as a natural cause. The room's been sterilized. You've cremated the body. What evidence is there for us to go off of? Is this not an open investigation?
Make another roll for me, Fizz. The same roll. Oh, wow. All right, a 2 and a 1.
There were preliminary reports that Professor Cicero's exhibition tonight was related to something new and noteworthy in the political sphere. We were assigned extra security to this event, and we know nothing further. The decision to sterilize the room and incinerate the body was not made by my office, but was in fact made by a third party that we are unable to identify, which holds a rank that we cannot see in our systems.
How is that possible? You were ordered by a third party whom you are unaware of to dispose of the body and sterilize the room, and you didn't at all think that's suspicious?
If I didn't think it was suspicious, I wouldn't be asking for your help.
Well, you don't really give us much to go off of. Is there any leads as to whom this third party might be? There has to be. You did get orders from them, right?
Very occasionally, once every several years, we receive orders from a organization that we are not allowed to reply to or ask questions of. It happens very rarely, and we understand that there is a relationship between them and our council at the Federation. It's complicated and political, and my hands are tied.
Very well. How do you receive your messages? Just curious.
Through subspace.
Very well. With the room sterilized and the body incinerated, and this unknown third party who is responsible for ordering both, The exhibition, of course, is cancelled, or are they filling in with someone else?
We have not yet made the decision to publicly announce the passing of the professor, no.
Perhaps it should stay that way. Schedule the exhibition, and I shall be there in his stead and announce it myself of his passing.
Very well.
He was a dear friend to me.
Very well. He was a dear friend to many. You may find his acquaintances and friends here on Deep Space 7.
Would Lockstead know of Cicero's constituents, like anybody who he happened to be good friends with that might be on the ship?
Nope.
Well, if you have any contacts that I could follow up with, maybe some close research friends, best friends of Professor Cicero who I can contact, maybe question.
He was a very congenial man and has many friends and acquaintances. I don't keep track of them all.
Any ones in particular who helped him and aided in his research, what his exhibition was supposed to be presenting?
No, he was very secretive.
Very well. His office hasn't been... Well, his office remains intact, right? What of his research?
His office is intact, but it was extremely Spartan. We recovered no information related to his discoveries or the exhibition tonight.
It was wiped?
Presumably, yes. We found no evidence of his research.
I think I shall see what I can. We'll see what we can obtain from his room, even though it has been cleared, and see if we can find any clues, maybe something they've overlooked, something they've missed. Keep for now the news that of his passing, and as I said again, I will present in his stead to announce his untimely death.
Very well.
If you hear of anything, please inform us, and we will do the same for you.
Understood.
Very well. Come on, crew. Let's head out to his quarters and see what we can find.
I think whenever we are outside of his office, and once the door is closed, I'm probably going to get close to the captain and say, you know, if they're not going to report his death and they're going to treat the conference as if it's going to continue, do you think that would concern a potential killer? You know, like maybe they didn't do the job properly. I know how silly that may sound. And on the other side of things, were they talking about Sector 31 possibly stepping in and cleaning things up?
Well, he said it was a third party.
Yeah.
That they received their orders from a third party, and I'm not sure if it was Sector 31. He didn't specify. What are your thoughts that it could be?
Well, if he's been doing research on the Romulans and stumbled across something and planned on bringing it up at the conference, and that was something that was going to, I don't know, conflict with some ongoing mission. Maybe they're trying to hush it up. I don't know. I'm spitballing though.
We don't know very much, but I agree that it is a good idea to keep it hidden for now of his passing, and we could possibly use the conference as a way to draw out whoever did this and make them believe that I'm aware of what he was researching, and therefore making me a target. Although it's risky, it would be one way of discovering who's done it, but before we make that decision, we should probably see what we can gather from his room.
Attention. The Risa Express is now boarding priority passengers at gate 739-21-A. Priority passengers only.
That
Risa.
might be a clue.
Well, it's Risa. I mean, I'd love to go there. Commander Herrick, why do you think they would, a third party, would sterilize the space and the body as quickly as they did? 'Cause I didn't think that was even with a third party stepping in. That's seems like such a jump of protocol.
That may be the answer in itself, Lieutenant Commander. Just
Right.
how in control of DS7 is the Federation?
That's a good question. Looking around at the at so many different people from so many different, I'm presuming, walks of life.
We can look no further into who might be in control of this place if perhaps we go to that shuttle and just see who boards.
You want to go see who boards the Risa?
Yes, it is priority. After all, we might find some clue there.
All right.
Sure. You can walk through the promenade. There is very clearly labeled signs for gate 739-21-A. There are moving sidewalks, water fountains, works of art along the wall. You pass several shops and stores. Lieutenant Ram, this is all extremely familiar to you since you possess the entire schematics of the whole building in your head.
No one's asked him.
No one's asked him, so. Yeah, you find your way to the gate for the either very clearly labeled signs, say Risa Express, now boarding priority passengers. You see a line, a very long line of passengers who are checking in at a gate, the little podium and a woman behind it. You recognize her voice as the voice on the intercom.
All right, so I have a question. Did Thresh mention how recent the death was? I'm not sure if I caught that.
Thresh said this morning.
This morning. Okay. Okay. Ram,
Yes?
how are you able to get information for ships coming and going to this station? Like any sort of like flight information about how many have come and gone since the this morning?
I would need to interface to get that sort of information.
Gosh, is there a place to do that? I don't even know. Are you allowed to do that?
You Lieutenant Ram, you know for a fact there's an interface station at the gate for the Risa Express if you wanted to use it. It's where the attendant is currently standing and taking tickets.
There is one at the station over there. Whether we're able to or not is a different question. I'm not sure if they'll just allow us.
Is it public access, or is that like, hey, what the heck are you doing back here sort of thing gonna happen?
Probably raise some eyebrows. Yeah, probably raise some eyebrows.
I'd like to, hold on one second. Let me think. Well, I still think it's pertinent to figure out who the priority boarders are. That might give us an idea as to who we're dealing with, who runs this place.
By looking at the line of people who are boarding for the Risa Express, you see what can only be described as a line of wealthy and fabulous people who are young and attractive, conventionally so, and expensive-looking clothes and sour-looking faces.
Wonder why they're so sour.
I don't think they would.
Looking like that.
Yeah, I don't think they would use your 7000 nickname, judging by their faces.
No, it doesn't look hip whatsoever. Well, if you still want to use a terminal, I could always go and distract or make up an excuse as to why we need to use it.
Well, my concern is if someone was here and they did kill him, then if they've left, you know, what ships have departed since it's happened? Because either they're still here, they're leaving now, or they left earlier. If there was someone,
leave, though? I don't believe they would ever leave because they're in charge of this place. Why would they need to?
No. No. I'm saying if a third party not associated with the station murdered him, then they'd be trying to leave. Possibly.
Well, the third party could be at this very station. It could.
Yes.
This isn't entirely in Federation control. There wouldn't be a need for them to leave if they're in control of this place. It would seem more pertinent that they are in fact on this station, seeing as they have such control over security detail and have priority over what goes on. Something begins to make me think it's whoever's running this place. Truly, and it isn't the Federation.
Right, but sorry, go ahead.
Yes.
Can you make me a roll, please? It'll be a insight and security roll with a complication of 2 and a task roll of 2. Partial success. You notice of the corner of your eye a figure which moves in a slightly different pattern than the ambling, somnambulatory guests of the Deep Space 7 loading bay. They're cloaked, but you couldn't quite tell any more about them from the distance and just the corner of your eye. But when you move to turn your head, they're gone. Disappeared into the crowd.
Eric will lean to Lockstead, as captain.
Yes, you see something?
Perhaps. Someone moving in a manner that would suggest they are not simply part of the regular promenade traffic. They were cloaked, however, and I could not discern any features.
Interesting. Let's see if we can't find them again. What direction did they go? We'll go there.
I would suggest, if that is the action we're taking, we stroll leisurely and do not change our movements.
Very well. Everyone, I want you to try to be as casual as possible as Herrick leads the way.
Can I roll for casual strolling?
You're all going to roll for casual strolling, yes. Yeah. Can I get a just a roll me a 1d6, everyone?
6.
This is how you walk.
All right.
Yes. Casually
Yes.
strolling.
Oh, wow.
Casually strolling.
Captain.
I got this.
I think your stride
Nope.
is. Cap-
Oh no, I'm doing it too.
Oh, no.
Commander, you're in the other direction now.
I'm just following Herrick's lead.
No, Captain's going.
Commander Herrick, are you tiptoeing? I can't.
It's like Grinch.
You're doing
tiptoeing.
that. Well, I was thinking the Scooby Doo level, like Shaggy and Scoob just.
Herrick doesn't actually take any of this seriously and is just hoping this is something the captain's amusing himself with because he serves under a giant man-child. Okay, we'll play detective, Captain. Here we go.
Lieutenant Ram and Lieutenant Commander Belmont, you're mostly okay.
Mostly.
Mostly.
I
But
think-
Captain
I think-
Lockstead and Commander Herrick, you are quite stiff in your movements, and several passengers kind of begin to notice you. And it becomes clear very quickly that very few people here have ever seen, a captain of a Starfleet vessel just walking around. So you're definitely drawing attention to yourself, since it's not a stealth maneuver you were making here.
Is the captain like running behind plants and just
Get your hand off my hand, Captain.
We need to make it look casual.
Why is
Hold
your
my
palm
hand.
so
hold my hand?
your palm is very sweaty, Captain?
I know. I needed more antiperspirant, but the smell, I couldn't stand it. I didn't want any more, so you're just gonna have to deal with it. It's making a huge fuss of it.
Somewhere back on
Antiperspirant on your hand.
the Lovelace, a computer whirs to life and fills another canister of antiperspirant and readies it for your return.
Because your vitals are being monitored on your fucking comm badge.
Shoots it down the hallway. Gregory.
I like to think that like Ram and I are walking almost casual, but like every now and then we get in lockstep with each other, almost like marching, and then we have to like do that quick shift thing you do with your feet. There we go. That's better.
So, as you're walking through the promenade, you're noticing stores and congregations of people and games and shops of all kinds. You can still see the food court. You can still see the various specialty cuisines. You pass a bar called Azimuth's. It's open. There don't appear to be very many people in it. You realize the hour is quite early yet for a bar necessarily, but you do notice Lieutenant Commander Belmont, just barely out of the corner of your eye, inside of Azimuth's, you notice a circular table with green felt.
Captain, might I suggest we take a detour into this place?
Belmont's getting itchy.
I mean, do you think it's pertinent to our investigation? You think he could have gone in there?
Well, potentially, but I mean, when you're looking for information, what better than a place like this?
Belmont, tell me this just isn't because you want to gamble.
I 100% want to gamble. And
If I see you gambling in here, I will reprimand you.
well, I
We
just
are-
want to get a lay of what's going on, so later on I may come back. But right now I'm not going to.
They're on shore leave now, right? Technically.
You're all technically on shore leave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I just wanted to. Captain,
Yes, Herrick.
as we are on shore leave, Lieutenant Commander Belmont cannot be sanctioned for disobeying orders.
I know.
Unless I'm recalled from shore leave.
You must first recall him.
Well, don't make me recall you, because I will do it.
So I could gamble, but if I choose to do so, I'll get recalled and then not be. So regardless, I shouldn't. That's absolutely, Captain. Still, I do think we should go in here.
The gang doesn't solve a crime.
Right.
We lost 5,000 platinum that day.
I gotta get that much first, and that takes gambling. But yeah, so it's.
We gotta raise this money to save the rec center, guys.
I'm just gonna bet it all on this one hand. If only I knew how to play. So yeah, bartender or something of sorts. I mean, like I said, this is the place to get information. Maybe they saw, your old professor come in and maybe have conversations. Maybe we can get some leads, as I believe they say.
Well,
Yeah.
Sure. The party walks, the away team walks towards Azimuth's. As you get closer, you notice there are propped open what appear to be slatted doors of some interesting shape. Ones that Commander Herrick and Lieutenant Ram are not familiar with. The ones that Captain Lockstead and Lieutenant Commander Belmont may be familiar with. As you walk further in, you notice the floor is made of what appears to be wood. And the inside of this bar is seemingly covered in some kind of orange dust, lightly spritzed around the bar floor. It smells heavily of earth and trees. There is one occupant to the bar, a bartender of denobulan origin, in a white shirt with a vest and a small little armband. They see you come in and look directly at you, their head and forehead ridges spanning the whole length of their face. Their short, almost powerful looking, thick body whirls on its little axis. And the denobulan looks squarely at you, Captain, and says, "Howdy, partner. Welcome to Azimuth's. My name is Azimuth."
a very good howdy to you as well.
I'm so excited to have a human here.
Not many customers here?
No, not at all. We have lots of customers. It's just a little early in the day.
Oh, wonderful. What time is it right now? Is it, do you have the time?
It's always high noon here.
I'm afraid I don't understand.
It's a turn of phrase. A human phrase. I'm sorry. Did I get it wrong?
Eric raises an eyebrow and just...
God, does Belmont know what the hell he's talking about? I mean...
Belmont probably would, having
I was going to say, yeah. From the gambling and stuff, would I pick that up?
Absolutely. Probably with all of your knowledge of Earth history, you would almost certainly know what's going on here.
Okay, so...
But you would probably maybe be the only one.
Oh, God. I think I would probably be trying to quickly fill things in and be like, this is a sort of a setting for like late 1800s, early 1900s Earth history, what they considered the Old West. This would be considered a saloon, and those are sort of the terms used to say hello or high noon. I know what that is. Give me a minute. And he's just gonna sit back and think.
Can I interest you in any of you a drink, maybe?
Old-fashioned, brandy, and orange bitters, please. 2 dashes, and anyone else?
Whatever you have that you think is good here.
Right away. I'm so excited. All of our drinks are mixed by hand here, as the denobulin is entirely too good at mixing actual bottles of what appear to be synthahol into a container for mixing. He doesn't actually mix them by shaking any kind of shaker. He just pushes a button and the shaker stirs itself, shakes it up. Before you immediately are placed 4 glasses, all of the drink you ordered, Captain Lockstead. Lieutenant Commander Belmont, as you go to pick yours up, you notice the poker table begin to light up. There are running lights underneath it. Ooh, sorry, it's motion activated our poker table.
Yes. Do you have many people that come in and play?
Oh,
by any
certainly all
chance?
the time, yes. Well, this is a special event. It's Wild West Week.
Right. Okay.
We like to change things up here to keep things interesting.
Sure, I can. Oh, you're doing a wonderful job. As best I can tell, this feels very authentic.
Oh, lovely. Are you interested in trying it out?
Well, that is the question, isn't it, Captain?
I don't. Yes, you have my permission.
Oh, well then, absolutely.
One of the chairs lights up, indicating for you to sit there, Lieutenant Commander Belmont, and you do. And immediately, there are holo programs created around you.
Oh.
The poker table is now full of characters from Wild Western fiction as the denobulin knows it. One of them leans back in the chair and just says, "I'll be your Huckleberry."
Thank
Another
you.
one mutters behind his large handlebar mustache, like playing cards with my brother's kids.
Uh-huh. I think this is really accurate, Captain. So what are we playing? And Belmont's going to try and, I mean, he's concerned, but he's definitely focused.
One of the holo programs begins dealing. It's Texas Hold'em.
Oh God, awesome.
Everyone gets 2 cards. Make me a roll. Lieutenant Commander Belmont, go ahead and make me a roll. It'll be just roll me a d6.
Sure. 2.
All right, you get a 6 of hearts and a 3 of diamonds.
Fantastic. I think I'm I think I'm doing well, Captain.
I'll take a second drink, please.
As Lieutenant Commander Belmont plays cards, the denobulin looks to you and says, Captain, yes? Those are the pips you have?
Oh, yes. Yes, I am.
Oh, we don't get many captains here.
Yes, I see. Well, would this actually be Lockstead's first time here at Deep Space 7?
Certainly, this would be your first time at Deep Space 7.
Oh, yes. Actually, first time here at the facility. I was actually here planning on visiting someone.
Ooh.
Professor Cicero.
Professor Cicero?
Yes. Have you heard of him?
Oh, he comes in here all the time.
Oh, really?
Yes. We're quite
Well,
good friends.
Oh, well, he is a friendly man. It's easy to get along with him. No doubt telling stories of his finds and all of his adventures.
Certainly.
Still, it amazes me how old he is and he can still carry on doing what he does. Haven't seen him in a while. Where did you last see him?
Yesterday?
Oh.
He likes to come in and play with the holodeck programs. We have a holo suite here.
Oh, I see. The one that Lieutenant Commander's playing it right now, my friend?
No, more private ones.
Oh, private ones.
Yes.
Well, I should probably get well acquainted with him before I bump into him again. If he does want to play, that is. You see, he used to be my professor, so him and I were very close.
Oh, that's wonderful.
I would absolutely, actually... Lieutenant Commander,
Yes, Captain.
I think I should join you in a game, but not here. Would you be so kind maybe to escort us to the more private gambling area?
Well, this is the only gambling area. The Hollow Suite is mostly for personal programs.
Oh, I see. Did he have a particular one that he liked to
Oh, yes, several.
play at? Oh.
He made a habit of keeping his programs on his person, so they are very private. And we don't have access to them, I'm afraid.
Oh, that's a shame. He didn't leave a copy behind or anything.
No, I'm afraid not.
That's a shame. What was the one that he played on last night? Do you know?
One of his personal ones, I'm sure.
Very well. I'm just trying to get like an idea of, are there like separate cubbies or rooms that he like...
Knowing what you know about Hollow Suites, you suspect that's probably a small room similar to the holodecks on the Lovelace.
Very well. I think I should go give it a shot.
I'd like another card, please.
You just hear the handlebar mustachioed man say, "It's like playing cards with my brother's kids."
Never mind, Lieutenant Commander. You're fine there.
You are not dealt another card. The game proceeds.
Must not have been time.
You are asked to place a bet, Lieutenant Commander Belmont.
All in.
Captain Lockstead, are you requesting to go to the Hollow Suite?
Yes.
Certainly. It's up the stairs to the left. If you require any assistance, please let me know.
Very well. Thank you very much. And in the meantime, to stay here, just make sure Lieutenant Commander Belmont doesn't gamble too much. And if you see that hooded figure again, you have my permission to pursue. Just let me know.
Yes, Cap.
Very well. I shouldn't be long.
It becomes very clear to you very quickly upon entering the Hollow Suite that it is basically the exact same system that runs the holodecks on the Lovelace.
Very well. Is there anything I can observe from the room, like entering anything out of place, or...
Well, it's an empty room with black walls and a green grid pattern across it. You could request the computer to play any number of hollow programs from the catalog. Some of them are quite normal, and some of them are more exotic in nature.
And I certainly wouldn't be able to recall a program that has been, since it was a private one. I couldn't recall any program like that, could I?
You're familiar with private programs on holodecks, hollow suites, and they take the form of a small isolinear chip. You suspect that this is what your colleague had.
God, I'm afraid to know what will be on that chip. I'll scrub around the whole place and see if I can find anything. Maybe there's a hidden chip somewhere. Maybe that's what the captain's thinking. There might be something. And if I can't find anything there, then maybe I'll deduce that there could be something in his room that was stashed away.
Absolutely, yeah.
Actually, I think after looking around, noticing that there's nothing there, I'll patch into Commander Herrick and Lieutenant Ram. Wait, was that the...
This is Chief Security Officer of Deep Space 7. There's a reminder to keep all personal belongings in view at all times. The security office thanks you for your compliance.
That was interesting. Eric? You read
Oh,
me?
is that our badge noise?
I was hoping you wouldn't notice that I hit the wrong button. I hit the wrong button the first time too, but I tried to play it off like it was meant to be there.
Oh, geez, Nicotine, we really goofed it this
I
time.
goofed it so hard.
Oh man.
Oh man.
Double goof indemnity. Captain.
Did you lose a bag? Okay,
Pardon?
just no. I was just wondering because intercom. Just got to make sure you keep things. Okay, never mind. Anyways, so I haven't been able to find anything up here, but I suspect that if we investigate Professor Cicero's room, we might be able to. We could possibly find his chip and possibly the contents of that chip. Though I am afraid to check, might lead us to how his demise was. Or why he met such an early demise.
That seems to be a reasonable observation, Captain.
You don't think it's smart, do you?
Pardon?
No, nothing. Never mind. Anyways, we should probably head over to his room and investigate and see if we can find anything.
Let's go find Grandpa's porn.
Anyways, I'll meet you back downstairs and then we'll head out.
Sure. You walk down the stairs just as Lieutenant Commander Belmont, all of your holographic chips are taken by one of the holo program characters with the mustache. And he just says under his mustache, it's like playing cards with my brother's kids.
I thought twos and one-eyed jacks were wild. Is that?
One of the holo programs looks at you and says, I'll be your huckleberry.
I can help you It's fine. Good game. And I put the cards down and stand up. Be like, I think I lost my pants. No, my shirt in that game, guys.
Do you require new pants?
I don't. Thank you.
There's a store on the second level called Polythreads with a Z.
That is quirky.
Is
No,
that the
I'm fine.
store that's
Thank you.
being pointed at by the statue?
As a matter of fact, it is.
We're going there. After this, we're going there.
God damn
If
it.
you're still looking for the professor, I might suggest the store across the way. It's a technology store. It's called Techno Wonders.
Is that also with a Z?
No, I'm afraid.
Oh, that's kind of lame. Oh, yes. I just want to run this by you very quickly.
Yes.
How would you feel if you referred to the station as Deep Space 7000?
Deep Space 7000?
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
That's
I love it.
exactly. It
Evokes a
sounds.
sense of gravitas.
It does for such
Dramatic
an immense
flair.
station. The 7 is just too small a number to really convey the enormity of this place, the massiveness.
I've been saying
Thank
it
you.
for years.
You have?
Absolutely.
I knew there was something. There was something clicked. You know what? I want to start a trend. I want to start a trend. I'm going to file a report and call it just that. Deep Space 7000. I suggest you try your best to make it a thing as well.
Absolutely.
Fantastic. Well, we'll actually head on over to the, you said it was Techno
Techno Wonders. It's right across the way.
Techno
Can't miss it.
Wonders. Excellent. Thank you. Oh, yeah, before we leave, one more thing.
Yes.
It's a little dirty in some of the corners of the room. I went upstairs, little smudges and stuff. Just wanted to point that out. Not that I was on the ground and looking for stuff or investigating it or anything. Just something I noticed.
Shall we hose down the hollow suites?
One of them, yeah.
Have they not been sterilized?
One of them wasn't. And, just what did I... Just Want to let you know.
I see. Very well, thank you. Have a wonderful day.
Well, thank you. You too.
Oh, I can't wait. And the Denobulin reaches under the bar and takes several different cleaning tools, and happily marches up the stairs as you leave and are met by the promenade of Deep Space 7,000.
7,000.
As we take a very short break, we'll be back momentarily with the second half of Star Trek Adventures Loveless. Stay tuned for more just after this break. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Star Trek Adventures Loveless. Here at twitch.tv/FableScraps, we do this show every Tuesday at 3 p.m. Pacific, that's 6 p.m. Eastern. And if you're listening to the show on podcasting apps such as Spotify or Stitcher, just know that we record these shows and put them on YouTube as well. And you can find us live here at Twitch, where you can interact with the show in a meaningful way with a clever exchange of currency for threat points and momentum points. Threat points are a pool of points that the DM, me, may use in order to introduce complications that the crew must overcome, and momentum points are points that the crew may collectively use in order to re-roll or gain information about a certain scene, etc. If you'd like to know more, !coin in chat. With that said, we come back now to Deep Space 7000.
Those reports are going to be so fucked up.
You're all on the
Eric will
promenade.
correct them.
You're all on the promenade. The large statue on one end and the never-ending circular expanse of the station on the other. In front of you is Techno Wonders, a whimsical-looking sign for a desolate store on the ground floor of the S7.
Wow. I wonder if they have those video modular devices here for reasonable price. I've heard they just get so expensive. Everybody buys them out and tries to resell them for more.
I have heard that as well.
Terrible
I don't know.
people.
I mean, we're quite far from. I mean, we're so close to the neutral zone that maybe. I don't know. Maybe.
Anywho, we should probably go in and see if we can find anything. We are looking for an isolinear chip that my professor might have used whilst being upstairs. Now, could be smart, or it could be his research. Seeing
Eric
as
looks at Ram and just gives like, I still do not know what they're talking about.
What? It could. Okay, it's a 50-50 chance here. Those are the odds. 50-50. It's either smart or it's his research, and we can figure out what it, what that might, and then give us clues.
Do you think it's hollow smut?
Maybe.
Will the smut give us clues?
I don't know. Maybe. Who knows? Maybe that's what his research was.
Guys, we gotta get into these private booths and look for clues.
But separately.
Yeah. All right, I'm bored of my clues. Let me trade.
I think I found a clue.
I found a clue. Right. Well, I mean, we can go in and ask.
Be very careful what you're asking for.
Well, I leave the words up to you, Captain.
Oh no! I've downloaded Ultra Port.
Ultra.
Attention, the Risa Express is now boarding all passengers. All passengers to the Risa Express.
Nice.
Didn't you see the mysterious hooded person around that area, Eric?
Was it around that area?
It was between here and there.
In that direction, yes, Captain.
Herrick, you are almost certain that it has nothing to do with the Risa Express. You suspect that Captain Lockstead just wants to go to Risa.
Who wouldn't?
Herrick, you saw him get on that shuttle, right?
Let's buy a ticket just in case.
You never know.
This is slowly turning into Captain Lockstead just wants to take a sex vacation with the bridge crew.
I mean, Rice is where you go. So
We gotta
it's
go to
fine.
Rice and look for clues.
There's so
I didn't
many
know that's what
clues.
rice was.
There's so many clues there.
I didn't know that's what rice was, and I didn't know those private booths were for private gambling at first.
Is Lockstead from like Utah or something? What is this?
I'm from the Bible Belt.
What's left of it in the future? That's where you're from.
Space Mennonite.
The innocence is probably the best, but also the questioning. It could be smut. Just, I need you to understand. It might be smut.
It
So
could
report
be.
that. So report
Could
that.
be.
The away team walks into the store, and it's immediately sort of smells kind of almost musty. You can tell that very few people come in here, and you can hear kind of a clattering, like somebody rummaging through bits of metal and technology. You can also detect a faint whirring noise. There are rows upon rows of what appear to be technological marvels of days past. You can find a food reheating device that uses phaser fire to reheat food. You can find children's hollow toys, various types of music boxes. You
There's
spot,
not like a doorway with a curtain, is there?
there certainly is, yes.
There has to be. That's the back room.
You can venture further in if you'd like.
We need to investigate.
What is an iPhone?
I don't know, but it sure is expensive, isn't it?
Yeah.
I guess I'd look for an employee there.
Sure. There's a button on the main counter by the door. You can press it.
Pressed.
We're out of nudie programs.
Well, that answers one question.
We're all out of them. We're out of nudie programs. You're gonna have to get them from somewhere else. She's always coming around with nudie programs in the store.
Oh, good God, please don't tell me that's why he was here. No, not looking for those.
The whirring
No.
grows louder.
What's that, noise?
From around a corner, you see an absolutely ancient-looking Caitian woman, female. She's suspended in a suspensor chair as it hovers lightly over the ground, and in her lap, you can tell that her long Caitian legs are contorted in a sort of an interesting way underneath her body. She's hunched over a bit. She's wearing a top, though, that definitely reveals a little, like, more types of cleavage than I think you're used to seeing on a humanoid, given her 3 breasts. I said we're out of nudie programs.
Oh, I'm not interested in those sort of programs. No. I was actually on here. I was actually here because I heard word that my old professor used to frequent this place.
What's your name, son?
Well, my name is Captain Eugene Lockstead, and I'm accompanied by my crew here, Belmont, Ram, and Herrick.
All right, Dean. Look, I'm gonna tell you again. We don't got any nudie programs. What are you looking for? A what?
Oh, my name's not Dean, and I'm not looking for nudie programs. My old professor used to frequent this
What?
place. My professor used to frequent this, or still frequents this place. Professor Cicero.
Cicero! Oh, you know Cicero?
Yes, I was his student.
He's here all the time. I love him. He'll just sit there and listen to all the things that tumble out of him.
You okay? You need some water? You
That's
need
a
some water?
smoker's log.
I love Cicero. What a nice...
Dies.
Herrick, I'm scared. What do I do? Herrick, take control of the situation. I'm not sure what to do anymore.
She appears to be asleep, Captain.
Captain, we want to try to get our information as quick as possible.
Whoa!
I'm sorry. I think I dozed off.
That's okay.
Were you talking to Dean, right? You brought your little friends. Hello, ears. Human. Other weirder human.
So, it's not Dean. It's Eugene.
You, Dean. Yes, I understand. You, Dean. I, Kapur. Happy to make your acquaintance finally.
Well, it's a pleasure to make your acquaintance as well. And you were again?
Kapur.
Kapur. Excellent. Well, Kapur, the reason why I am here is I have some, well, can we talk in private?
Well, I suppose we're out of nudie programs.
I'm not interested in nudie programs. That's not why I'm
Just throwing
here.
it out there 'cause you want to go into private, and I think it's maybe because you're going to ask me for the nudie programs, and I'm telling you right here in front of everyone
No.
that we don't.
No.
Attention, guests of Techno Wonders. We're out of nudie programs.
Does she have one of those tiny megaphones?
She
that
does.
Well,
Yeah, the teeny tiny one. Come with me. She goes, spins around gracefully on the hover chair, and makes it through this beaded curtain towards the back. You can follow her if you'd like.
There's gonna be so much pornography back there.
Yeah, 100%.
Before we enter, don't touch anything, and we'll sterilize when we come out. Okay?
Are we?
Great.
Oh, we're all going. I thought it was
Yes.
just you. Oh,
Are you sure?
I'm not going in there alone.
I mean, I think you'll be fine.
I'm scared.
You coming, hot stuff?
Yes,
Yeah,
on
you're
my way.
We're definitely fine here, Captain. You're fine. In and out.
Don't mind Gerald. He likes
In and
to
out.
watch.
Best of luck, Captain.
Oh,
Your diligence is commendable, sir.
I'll hesitantly walk through the beads, trying my best not to touch them, just kind of like...
Yeah, sure. As you walk through the beads, you notice that there are beautiful display cases here. Gorgeous display cases full of what appear to be very treasured artifacts. You see a communicator like the one you used in Academy when you were learning how to use communicators. You see an ancient-looking phaser. You're not even sure if it certainly bears a resemblance to a phaser, but you've never seen anything like this before. It doesn't even have any paint on it. You can find what appears to be the very first, or a replication of one of the very first replicators, just inside of a glass case.
Oh my god.
Don't touch anything. It's priceless.
You're absolutely right. It is priceless.
Well,
This is...
it's not quite. I mean, you could buy it if you wanted, but it's very.
No, this isn't for
extremely-
sale, is it?
Well, it's called
it in-
Techno One. It's the whole store's for tech. Do you?
Could a replicator replicate another one of itself?
Yeah.
It's called Rep
In-
Rap,
in-
and they absolutely can. Yes.
Yeah. In peace. Yeah. Depending on what it is. Yeah.
So she could just replicate a new original replicator and sell that.
So this isn't about the nudie programs, is it? Because I told you I'm out of those. Although I've got this one.
Does she keep winking, but the eye doesn't work right?
I got this one. She's blinking with both eyes. I got this one.
It's not about... No, it's not about the nudie programs. Again, it's not.
It's just like 3 or 4 Ferengi, and you're not gonna believe it.
And it's not the ones you think.
It's not the ones you think.
Lobes for days.
Lobes 4 days.
That's what it's called.
It's called Lobes for Day 7. It's the last one I've got.
Sorry, but does Captain Lockstead, like, recognize some of the artifacts as things that were once Cicero's? Or they just happen to be something
Just happen
else?
to be things here.
Oh, okay. Because I was about to say, like, so this is what my professor got up to in the... Oh, okay.
Well, he came here a lot. We spent hours in this room just kind of reminiscing about, the good old days, and he'd just come to admire the artifacts, Such a sweet man. He was always listening. Did you know that I knew the Captain Cork? I knew him. I didn't know him. I got punched in the face by him. I was minding my own business at a stripping club way back in the day in some desert. I don't even remember, and I got punched right in the face.
Oh. Okay, well... That's again. I'm not here for nudies or
Like I knew him
anything.
personally, almost. You really learn a lot about somebody by their mean right hook.
Well, your connection through being punched in the face—that's quite astounding. I don't think I've ever had a similar.
Well, I was right here, and she put her toe-beaned hand with one long, crusty claw extends out and just sort of points to her right eye, which admittedly does droop a little bit, although you're unsure if that's why. It's right there, right in the eye. Almost lost my eye.
That's been one incredible punch.
It's pretty intense. Yes, that's true.
Well,
Thought he was a customer. I guess he was doing some kind of thing. I don't even know.
interesting. Well, I see you were very close with my professor.
Oh,
and,
Professor Cicero? Oh,
yes.
I love Professor Cicero. He's here all the time.
Oh my, yes,
hours.
yes.
We spent hours in here just talking and talking.
Yes.
I love Professor Cicero.
Meanwhile,
What a sweet
it's gonna
man.
cut to Herrick, Belmont, and Ram just staring at that back door while all of this just comes out. Like they're just hearing the conversation, but none of them are helping at all.
You do it,
And if
doing
Ram
this to
tries
each
to
other.
go forward, Herrick just takes him by the shoulder and puts him back where he was.
So, have you seen the good professor lately? I've been meaning to talk to him.
Well, that's precisely why I wanted
It
to.
hasn't been by today. Usually brings me a small bowl of milk. It's really nice of him, really.
I don't want to know what's going on with that small bowl of milk.
Puts drugs in it.
Oh,
It's really
no,
nice.
there's a reason why he isn't here, and that's actually why I wanted to speak with you in private.
Yes.
It's come to my attention that he's passed away,
Oh dear.
and there is a likely suspicion it was foul play.
Oh dear.
And now I'm trying to track and find out who could have been involved in his early death. And I was hoping I could find some information here. He didn't happen to have any isolinear chips of any sorts. Not nudie ones. Not again, not here for nudes. Not nudie chips, but chips that might pertain to what he was working on.
Oh,
Because
dear.
it seems that somebody wanted it stopped.
Well, oh dear. The Cation woman is noticeably deflated. Even her floating chair is sort of sagged a bit. No, he didn't leave anything here, really. He would contribute to the artifacts occasionally when he came across them, but I've sold them all now. I'd often see him working in front of the big statue out front. Maybe. I'm sorry. Oh dear.
Yes, it is very disheartening. I was looking forward to seeing him again. I was his, well, biggest fan. But you wouldn't have happened to know of anybody who disliked him in particular, anyone who'd wanted his research stopped? He was supposed to be doing a very important presentation today.
No, not that I can Not that I know of. I'm sorry. I'm quite tired. I think I'll have to close up shop now.
Oh.
I'm so sorry. I had to bring that news. It saddens me to tell you. I knew you two were very close.
Thank you.
No. And then Lockstead will put on like a little Starfleet handkerchief and hand it over.
Oh, she'll reach out and take it. Just blow her nose and wipe her face. She's also wiping her forehead kind of back with it. Just, thank you very much.
Oh, you
Cleavage.
No, please. Keep the handkerchief. It's yours.
Thank you.
You said that he conducted his work near the statue. The statue of that absolute cut Greek god of a man. Did he really look like that?
Did somebody cut the statue?
No one killed the statue. You said that my professor liked to do
Oh,
work
so I'd see
near
him
the
often
statue?
over that way. Yes, he would conduct a lot. His work quite extensively near it. Yes.
Very well. We'll go and check that out. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'll leave you be and give you time. Now, don't tell anyone about its passing. It hasn't become public yet, and I was going to announce that at his.
That won't be a problem for me. I don't really have anyone else to tell.
Oh.
You get one life, kiddo. Just make sure you use it well. Her little sensor
All right.
chair is gonna flip around and just sort of gently hover away through another door and hallway.
If a chair
All
could
right.
hover sadly,
Put
it
the
would be.
Cation pornographer on the ship. Let's go.
Grandma! Come back!
Put mom on the ship. Let's make it happen. Should just give her Ensign Gregory.
Oh my god, that's a great idea.
I don't think you can barter Starfleet personnel.
No, we're not bartering. We're giving.
Oh.
We're assigning him.
I
present.
want to say that it's frowned
important.
upon.
But this is important. Starfleet will understand.
Alright.
With this information, Lockstead will emerge from the beads, dried tears from his eye, and just little slimy stuff on the side of his uniform, probably from the beads. Something was on there. Maybe lotion?
Some sort of jelly.
Yeah.
I just imagined him doing it like Gary Oldman from Leon the Professional, just sort of like parting them.
How did it go, Captain?
Oh, she was quite fond of my professor, and I'm gonna give her some time. She's closing down the shop, but I did get some vital information. Apparently, my professor was quite fond of working next to that statue. It might lend us some clues. Possibly find something there.
All
So we should go investigate.
All right.
Sure. Part of the away team leaves Techno Wonders. As you're leaving, you notice the sign, the lights behind the sign like extinguish. And yeah, you're now back in the promenade.
Very well.
Attention to the owner of the Tellarite mining ship Crevasse. Your running lights are still engaged. Please report to the loading bay immediately.
Wow.
Someone's
I think
getting
they would have
fired.
got that already.
Yeah. Someone is getting fired. Did she say where he worked
She just
around
said
the
by the
statue?
statue.
Okay.
All pornography will be flown at half-mast today.
I want to know the logistics of that.
So, well, let's go ahead and see what we can find there.
Sure.
Now, We need to do a thorough investigation of that statue and the surrounding area.
All right. Well, do any of us have a tricorder? Did any of us bring one?
I don't think any of you have any. None of you wanted to bring anything except for Lieutenant Commander Belmont, who brought a bunch of poker chips.
I still have the case. I'm still carrying the little silver case with all the chips in it.
Eric, what can you discern with your Vulcan eyes?
Herrick, you're also muted.
Oh, damn.
I also have an 8-year-old yelling in the background. I just assume by this point Herrick is always bringing everything, so I don't even bother to say anything. So he's got a phaser on. He's got a tricorder.
Sure, I mean that makes sense. You're the security officer. You'd probably have a phaser and a tricorder. You look at the statue and you notice about the same as what you noticed before, just that it appears pretty stylized and it looks like it's pointing.
Anything tucked away? Any crevice of the statue that might hold anything? Any secret passage? Any
Secret passage.
You can
There's a lever.
You can do a check, Commander Herrick. You can make a roll for me if you want.
Captain, there's a book here. I'm gonna pull it.
Commander Herrick, the roll will be a insight and security roll with a complication of 2 and a task roll of 2. No focus. It's a full success. Yeah, you notice it is a statue. It's, made of some sort of polymer, acrylic.
You can tell it's a statue because that's the way it is.
Some kind of acrylic. It's not painted, but it's made to resemble like stone, and it's heavily stylized. You see the plaque. It's Captain Archer, Federation captain, in like an old-timey flight suit. He's pointing. You notice some gum, some chewing gum around the podium.
What's the statue pointing at?
The statue's pointing at a second-floor store called Polymers with a Z.
Captain.
Yes, I was thinking the same thing. Take a sample of that gum.
No. I'm referring to the direction the statue is pointing.
So we can go shopping later. We need to analyze that gum.
Lieutenant Commander Belmont, take a sample of the chewing gum.
I'm on it, Commander.
You
shit.
Importantly,
To analyze.
importantly, you don't have any equipment to do this.
I'm going to use one of my poker chips, probably 2 of them, to scrape the gum onto another chip.
Sure.
You look
And then-
insane.
And then
There are people watching you do this.
I'm just
I'm gonna-
hands behind my back, just looking proudly.
I'm gonna scrape it, and then I'm gonna sort of smush it together, and I'm gonna go, well, I guess I'm gonna have to put it back in, and I'm gonna go put it back in the case, but the case is designed so perfectly for the chips there. Now it's too thick, so I'm gonna pull some out, put that one in, and close it up. And be like, I got it, Captain, right here.
Excellent. Well, that's all the evidence that we have so far. Who wants to go shopping?
All
For
right.
that suit, right?
Well, you make your way to a lift. The lift starts up. It brings you up to the second level, which is a food court. There's lots of cuisine, exotic cuisines. There's communal seating. It's got sort of a different floor here. It's not like the marble pattern that you're used to. It's more of like a darker marble pattern. You suspect, Commander Herrick, it's because of, people dropping food and making it look messy. So they didn't want to keep the color dark so that people don't necessarily see all the stains or whatever. And you also notice that there are another row of shops on the second level, and the statue is pointing relatively closely to one that you can see. It's called Polymers with a C, and it's quite dark inside. There are lights, bright spotlights, and neon appearing signage. There's lots of red. You can see fashionable mannequins inside. What you assume to be fashionable. None of you think any of this is fashionable, but it's there.
We should probably contact Ensign Gregory to take the sample back to the ship for analysis. In the meantime, I do want to get myself some new threads. And possibly we might be able to find something else in this store.
All right. The await team walks over to Polymers. You walk through the doors, and you are greeted to the music inside. It is sort of dark inside. The clothes here all look sort of like dangerous, like they might hurt you if you put them on. There's display cases full of all sorts of aesthetic looking body modification hardware designed for all types of different humanoids. There's one woman, young woman here behind the counter chewing gum and looking through a catalog on some data pad. She's clearly not paying attention to you, and she's dressed like she shops here.
I like this music.
Is this shop Klingon owned, perhaps?
There's a certain atmosphere to it.
It does. I don't know what type of music this is.
It's good. Listen to this. The ship is so much more productive.
I suppose we could ask for a sample of the music for the ship.
Of course. Oh, by the way, did you call in Ensign Gregory to get those that gum sample in?
Right. I'll do that right away. Ensign Gregory.
Ow!
Ensign.
Yes, sorry, Lieutenant Commander Belmont, this is Ensign Gregory. Sorry.
You're fine. I need you to meet me at, what, I'm sorry, I didn't see the name of the store. What was the name of the store?
Is that Tanakh in the background?
I
love Tanakh! Are you at the show? Is there a show on the station?
No, we're inside of a clothing store.
What's that?
We're inside of a clothing store.
Okay.
I need you to come to it. It's on the second level, polymers.
Okay, I'll be there soon.
All right.
Ow!
Okay. Ensign Gregory's on his way.
Very good.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to go ahead and ask, see if anyone here knows about the professor.
Okay.
I'll try to, as non-hip as the captain is, he's going to try to walk up as hip and as cool as to whatever this music is telling him to the counter. Trying to kind of approach the counter oh yeah, I've been here before. I know this place.
The young human woman who behind the counter, dressed in what can only be described as juvenile delinquent Klingon outclothes, sort of looks up from her data pad with and then just kind of sighs and goes back to her catalog.
Oh, salutations. Could I have a moment of your time?
She puts the data pad down and just gives you the most exasperated. Yes.
First off, I love this music. It's exhilarating. I wish they played this all over the Deep Space 7000. I love it.
Chips. We're out of nudie chips. All right.
I'm not looking for nudie chips.
We don't have any anymore. We're out. The whole station's been out. We don't have any nudie chips.
Why does everyone assume that? I'm not.
How much porn did this professor buy?
Well, you're not here to shop clothes, so...
Okay, a little hurt, but I'm going to shop here. Just saying, because I want to get a new wardrobe and I'm feeling this. But that's not the reason why I'm actually here. I'm actually here because I heard word that my old professor used to frequent this place. A Professor Cicero.
Oh, Mr. Cicero?
Yes.
Yeah, I know Cicero.
Oh, that's excellent. I used to be his student.
Really? I thought you were like his grandpa.
What? I'm younger than him. Much younger.
She kind of gives you like the most quizzical look, like, sure.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Starfleet uniform adds 20 years. Whatever. Anyways, I was actually, well, it's a long story short, but you haven't seen him recently, have you?
He comes in like every day.
But not today, right?
No.
You see, that's the issue, actually. And I'll take a quick look around, make sure nobody's listening. I'm actually here trying to investigate
I don't
about
talk
something.
to cops.
I'm not a cop.
I didn't do it. Whatever you're asking for.
Look, I know in usual legal circumstances it's never a good idea to talk to an officer,
Dress
and I
like a
understand that. But I'm not. I'm a
Cop
Starfleet
shoes.
captain. I'm a Starfleet captain. I am investigating the professor's death.
What?
The professor's passed away this morning, and we believe this foul play, and I'm now investigating it, and that's led me to here.
Professor Cicero?
Yes, he's passed away, and we believe somebody's responsible for it.
Oh, man.
Heavy.
Whoa.
Ponderous, man. Ponderous.
Here's the nudie chip.
Yeah, I mean, he'd come in here all the time. Like every day.
Yeah, I'm sensing like a trend. I've been now to 3 places that he's been to. I'm definitely sensing a trend, but it's led me here. And if there's anything you know about, anything at all, that could assist us in trying to figure out who might have done this to him, it'd be greatly appreciated.
I don't know. Everybody loved him. He was just... It's like everybody's dad, you know? And not my dad. My dad's wealthy. But, you know, like other people's dads who love them.
I too looked to him as a father figure, and he was a very interesting man, quite an eccentric man, and above all, a good friend of mine as well. And we think there might be a lead in his research that he conducted. We're trying to find a chip that he might have used. He never dropped any chip here, or might have left something behind that you were aware of.
No, I mean, he'd work on his chips a lot. He had, like, so many chips. Like, tons of chips. He's always working on chips. I thought he did, like, chip work for a living. I didn't know he was a professor. It's ponderous.
Yes, he was a professor, and a very damned good one. He went on a lot of adventures, and he knew a little bit about Romulan history and artifacts. And anyways, he was super cool. Anyways, he conducted his work.
Romulans?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. He would always use the Romulan changing room.
Is that right?
Yeah.
You wouldn't mind.
Wild.
You wouldn't mind if my crew and I investigated that changing room and see if we could uncover anything?
Yeah, sure. Can't take more than 3 items in at a time.
Also, I'm a size 33 waist, 32 length, and I wear large talls. Do we have any?
Those are just numbers, man. Look, I'm not some kind of space professional, all right? Just pick something you think might, like, fit you.
Very well.
If I can ask, this spiked leather strap thing, what is this for?
That's a strap-on.
To what end?
For
Personal shopping can wait.
For a
We have an
bat'leth.
investigation.
It's like a bandolier. It holds your batleth. Have you never seen a Klingon before?
Well, I mean, it's just right.
Okay.
I know you're excited to shop here. We're going to do that later
Well,
because,
I mean,
frankly, I am very excited. I mean, this
Right.
place has definitely got a vibe, and I'm feeling it, you know? I'm definitely
Right.
feeling the vibe. This is totally Deep Space 7000 right now. That's what I'm feeling right now. Deep Space 7000. You say that, right? You say it, huh?
This is Deep Space... Sir, this is Deep Space 7.
1000.
7.
Okay, maybe it'll catch on later.
Yeah, we're trying to make
I'm
it.
trying to make it a thing, you know?
Oh, okay, yeah, sure. No more than 3 items in the changing room, okay.
Got it.
I'm gonna bring the strap on.
Do you need help with that? You look like you might need help with that.
There's a lot of things to it.
Come on, we're investigating right now. Like
Well,
I
I
said,
mean, fine. After it's fine.
You can just leave it up here at the counter unless you want to try it on in there.
Yeah, no, I'll leave it here for now.
Okay.
yeah. Crew we'll head on over to the Klingon changing room.
Sure.
Then?
Well, it's the Romulan changing room, and but
sorry.
you do. But as you walk down this hallway of changing rooms, you notice that all the doors have like insignia of different, like imposing and imperialistic, like countries on them. There's the Klingon Empire, the Romulan Star Empire insignia. There's several others, just Cardassian Union. You see like a lot of different like large emblazoned insignia on all these changing rooms, and you do find the Romulan one. It's very easily found. It's the big Romulan bird. As you approach it, the doors open, and a light comes on. It flickers a little bit. It's kind of dark. It smells awful, like sweat.
I wish I had that antiperspirant.
Yeah, it's better than that smell.
As you walk in, your feet kind of stick to the floor. There's one mirror, but it's kind of cracked.
I think this is the purposeful aesthetic of this place. I don't think this is.
You can examine it, Lieutenant Commander Belmont, if you want, as like from an engineering standpoint. Yeah, it'd be a roll. It would be an insight and engineering roll, the complication of 1 and a task roll of 2.
Fuck it. Why not? Here we go.
Yeah,
Awesome.
full success with a critical success. You notice that all of these like cracks and the sticky floor and everything has been meticulously placed and perfectly created in a way that you suspect could probably be replicated several times over and over and over again to enhance an overall aesthetic. Like it's an aesthetic choice.
Captain, you know what? Never mind. I'm just gonna look at it.
Captain, go ahead and make me
what is it?
an insight and security roll. Complication of 2 and a task roll of 2. No focus. Success. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, did I uncover something?
Oh,
or
you were
was
talking to Belmont. I'll say it in a second.
I was just about to ask, Herrick, do you think you could do a quick sweep of this place with the tricorder, see if you can uncover anything?
Herrick already noticed the HVAC vent at the top corner of the room and has already noticed that with your Vulcan senses, you know that it's not functioning, which is slightly suspicious.
Captain,
Yes, Herrick?
the air system appears to not be functioning properly. Which
You're telling me it
suggest there is
smells in
something
here.
in the chute.
Like a dead animal?
That would mean there would be a smell.
It does smell in here.
I mean, they probably, from what I can tell, that this is all purposefully placed. So if there is something in there, it's probably not a dead animal. It's something to emanate that smell specifically. Musk.
Well, let's crack it open and see what's inside.
Sure. Lieutenant Commander Belmont, you have your tools with you. You can easily open this HVAC system.
That's fair. I wouldn't have left with that. Okay. Yep.
You will need a boost, though. It's quite high.
Ram, do you think you could give me a little? Can you give me a boost? It's just a little high.
Sure thing. Ram will crouch down with his hands in. What's this like formation called? Just kind of like in like a bowl, lifting sort of thing.
Yeah. So I'm gonna put my foot on your hands. Okay, ready?
Up you go.
Whoa!
Any warning? Ram will just lift him.
Sure. Easy.
Shit. Well. Okay. Are there screws or something akin to screws that I can?
There's a adhesive that's adhered the metal to the metal of the grate, some sort of alloy that's the HVAC system. It's very easily separated with your screwdriver.
Sure.
Yeah. You could
All
even
right,
you could even replace it in like a much more sturdy way if you wanted to. You could actually improve it significantly with your tools.
If I know that, then I will.
Sure,
but I'm
yeah.
not saying anything. I'm just like, all right, I'm gonna open it up. Here we go. And I'll remove the thing.
You open it. You hand it off the grate, and yeah, you see inside. There's like some sort of almost like a cloth package of some kind.
There's something in here. It's a cloth. I'm not sure. I can grab it if you want me to, Captain.
Is it damp?
I can't. I don't know. And then I'm gonna grab it. Is it damp?
No, it's not. It's
Okay.
actually just a little white package with some string around it.
No. However, and I'm gonna pull it out and then hand it down to the captain and be like, all right, Ram, I'm good. Oh wait, actually no, I gotta put the thing up. Hold on. Yeah. So here's the package, and then I'm gonna be fixing this in a much better way.
Sure, yeah. You weld it with your phaser expertly. Just weld it on. It's not coming off easily anymore.
Now I'm done. Ram, you can let me down whenever.
Oh, you're muted. Your vocal processors aren't functioning.
Right, and down.
Ah!
Very clever football technique there, Ram. Where'd you learn that?
What ball?
The football.
Foot what?
Football.
Oh, the football. Right. I see what you mean. Yes, I've seen it used before in like some old TV shows.
Yes.
Like getting over fences and stuff like that.
I believe some people call it soccer. I could be wrong. Anyways,
I didn't want to make that joke.
we should probably see what this package is.
Yeah, you examine the package. It's quite light. There's no writing on it. It's just white sort of material with a string around it. You open the string and unfurl the cloth around it, and you find another smaller package.
Okay. And I guess I'll just open the smaller package.
Sure, yeah. You open the string and unfold the material, and once you do, you find another smaller package.
I've seen this before. This is hilarious.
They have like dolls that do the same thing.
Yes, Russian nesting dolls. Yes.
Right. Well, looks like we got another layer. I don't see why people do this. I'll tear through another layer?
Yeah, sure. You got another layer. The string comes open, and you find another package, but this one doesn't have the material that you're used to. This one has some sort of adhesive tape of some silver metallic variety wrapped very tightly around what you suspect is a package. It's difficult to open with your fingers.
Okay, this is much different. Ram, do you think you could delicately, precisely open this package? It's sticky and it's such a fuss.
What if I don't open it delicately? Would that be an issue?
I mean, possibly? I mean, why couldn't you just open it, like, not violently?
Well, that's like asking a train to pull something apart, non-violently. Sometimes my strength goes beyond me.
Very well. Maybe, Herrick, would you like to take a shot at this?
Very well, Captain. Miracle.
Yeah, Herrick opens it. It's easy for you. You can tell instantly like where all the weak spots are in the tape, and you peel them off gently.
Herrick makes a note that the artificial crew member has just admitted he is not fully in control of his own motor skills.
That's fair.
There's a layer of plastic underneath this tape, and inside of the plastic is another even smaller package that just written in what appear to be marker or some kind of paint. It's just gotcha with more string around a smaller package. On the backside it's just written keep going.
I did tell you my professor was an eccentric man, and I meant it. I truly did.
Would any of Belmont's tools have a little, like a blade on them?
There would probably be something, yeah, I mean, in one fashion or another.
Elmo would probably have something akin to a surgical, like, phaser scalpel.
Yeah.
Like, how much
You
more
should've
unwrapping is there for this?
You have a tricorder.
Oh, yeah, well, we'll scan it.
Sure. You can detect at least 4 more layers of packaging around a isolinear chip.
Yeah, Herrick will just unwrap the thing manually.
Sure. You get to the inside meaty layer of the singular package, which contains the isolinear chip.
It's a linear meat.
So you have it.
Herrick will then just hand it over to the captain.
Did you sanitize this before handing it to me?
It could be porn.
It could be a nudie chip.
Yeah.
But there's only one way to find out. It's time to go back to the bar.
Oh, I thought oh, okay.
No, we're just going to the bar. No, I want to make this authentic. We're going to go into the booth that he used, and we're going to put this in. We're all going to be in there together.
Great plan, Captain. I just need to buy the strap-on. Or, well, I mean, I think I'm going to purchase. I don't know.
Do you want to bring that in to
Yeah.
the hollow? You want to?
Well, I mean, I'm not going to leave it out, am I?
You know, yep. Go ahead. Just make it a quick purchase. We'll wait for the outside. We'll and then
Why don't we all
we'll.
get one?
Yeah, so the away team walks out of the dressing room at Polythreads and makes their way into the main store area. The girl is back to reading her data pad.
God,
Her
we all
legs.
went in there together.
She does raise an eyebrow when you all come out at the same time, then just goes immediately back to her data pad like she's seen it a million times.
Oh, God.
Were you going to pick up the thing?
Yes, I would like to. I would like to have this.
Do you want it, like, gift wrapped or something?
No, I'll just wear it out.
Okay. Yeah, sure. That's all right. Sure. Okay.
I'm not.
You Belmont being cooler than me.
I think in preparation for coming to this place, I would have had some type of funds ready for whatever they would take.
Yeah, sure. Absolutely. Yeah, you probably have like a small amount of latinum on you.
Yeah, just like, all right, and this is how you. Is that right? I've got it.
No, the buckle goes. Oh my god. All right, let me fix it for you.
Just if you'll
Just spread your arms, all right? Spread
Yeah.
your arms and spread your legs, because there's a strap that goes around your thigh too.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, like a star.
Right.
Okay. She's gonna just buckle this bandolier onto you. It's heavy
Ugh.
and cumbersome, and you can tell that it's made for someone much larger than you. But there don't appear to be any smaller sizes.
So those straps just hang like that, huh?
Well, I mean, they don't really hang on Klingons.
Fair.
Where are you jumping out, Airborne?
Okay. Right. Well, thank you.
Yeah, whatever.
Ready to go.
Hey, Grandpa. Grandpa!
Somebody's grandfather
You!
here?
Oh my god!
Grandpa? What are you talking about?
Look at, is that guy your friend? Oh, he was right there.
Yes, I'm not a grandfather, by the way.
All
Very
right.
hurtful.
Well, I thought somebody was with you because they kept staring into the store.
Who?
I don't know, they had a hood on?
Did you
Doesn't
see
sound
where
like
he
Gregory.
went?
No, I just said they're gone. I don't know.
Very well. Thank you. I guess,
Please come again.
not a grandpa. Very hip.
Whatever
And
you
I'll
say,
catch you
man.
later.
Whatever you say, man.
Whatever. Whatevs.
My daddy makes more than your dentist, so I don't have to listen to any of this. I could go to Risa and just live there, and in fact, I might.
What a poser. I'll just say that and, like, leave.
She's sort of stunned.
Very cutting, Captain.
You know, sometimes just gotta say it how it is. Let's go see what's on this bad boy. Watch yourself with that thing. God, that is a interesting. Ooh, oh, looks. Okay, we're gonna definitely get looks going into this place.
No, I think it's fine.
We're definitely drawing attention to that cloaked, mysterious figure. Apparently, they were waiting outside, peering in. So be on your guard.
Right.
And
So where to?
this way, we're going back to the bar.
Oh,
Azimuth's is on the lower floor. You find a lift. It takes you down, and you make your way back to Azimuth's. The slatted doors are propped open. There are a few more customers in here, and it's a little more lively. Somebody's using the poker table, and they appear to be winning a lot of hollow chips. The hollow
Yeah.
program character with the handlebar mustache just sort of shakes his head and is like playing cards with my brother's kids.
I can't.
Should have waited. Oh, hello.
Howdy.
Howdy to you
Partner.
too. Yes, I hope everything's still good here on the Space Station 7000. One room, please. For us four.
For all four of you,
Yes.
I see.
Nice.
Nice.
I have a lot of stock of programs if you'd like them.
Nope, we brought our own.
Oh,
We'll.
well, enjoy.
Thank you. We'll be going up then. Catch you on the flip side.
I don't know what that means. Have a nice time.
Did you
Right,
lock
that's
them
right.
Would you
down
like
the throat?
towels?
Nope. Be fine.
Right.
Thank you.
Have fun.
Very well. Shouldn't be long. We won't take that long. Oh,
Whatever you
this
say.
just-
You have an hour.
we'll march on.
Well, I was gonna say I'd like to think that Belmont is because of what he's wearing and because it's going between his thighs, he's walking bow-legged.
Yeah,
so
Azimuth is staring at you, just kind of. If you make, do you make eye contact with Azimuth?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Azimuth does a little. He looks at you and does a little wink, like.
I think I'm just gonna take that as kind as it is and be like, keep going.
Yeah, he returns the gesture. Whatever gesture you made to him, he just does it back to you.
What a nice guy.
What flag does Belmont have in his back pocket by chance?
Black one on his right.
Oh, yeah.
So you make your way to the top floor, where there is a hollow suite. It is pretty quiet in here. You have a little port where you can put your isolator chip, and
We'll go ahead and plop that in and wait to see what appears.
Program accepted. Please proceed to Hollow Suite 1.
Well, this is it. It's a 50-50. 50-50. Or maybe it's like, it could be his research disguised as nudies, or nudies disguised as his research. Which then it would make it... Would that make it a 50-50 or like a 25% chance? Are there 4 categories in here? What's the math on this?
What's the math? I think it's a toss-up, Captain. I don't know what he was like, so...
Oh, he's very interesting. He was very interesting. He one time he constructed this cannon for the grades that he gave us. He actually shot the letters at us, whatever grade that we got, and like a big T-shirt cannon.
Wait,
What is
So,
a
like-
T-shirt?
so the T-shirt had the grade on it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that sounds
He was a very interesting guy.
very
Very interesting.
a lot of fun, actually. Yeah, okay.
Oh yeah, it was very fun. Well, and apparently he was also very well enriched, as we shall call it.
Okay. Do you want me to hit play?
Yes.
All right, I'm hitting the play button on whatever the hell this is
Following
going to
scene
be.
contains graphic sexual content.
Yeah, sure, absolutely. You
It's an FBI warning.
you absolutely can hit play. Just 1 second.
Yeah, no problem. No problem.
I had like a
Maybe
whole, like a whole thing here, and
I'm probably trying to hit play,
yeah,
but
you're just
maybe
fumbling with the
booth
button. Yeah, you're the one fumbling with the button, and there we go.
Hope it doesn't blow up a planet.
Immediately before you, 4 Ferengi with the largest ears you have ever seen.
Oh no.
They're all kind of like dancing in this very
this-
particular way, and slowly
this-
taking off more and more of their clothing.
Just lopes for days.
Lobes, 4 days, 7 in large 3-dimensional letters appears over the circle they are in, when suddenly the image cuts out to reveal that you are standing in a desert, and it is hot, extremely hot. Sun is bearing down on you. There's no real foliage to speak of. There's no fauna, flora, but it is very rocky. And suddenly, a man walks past you, slowly, carefully. He has a slightly out of date looking tricorder. And you recognize this man to be your professor, Captain Lockstead, Professor Cicero.
Oh my god. Professor!
He's walking away from you now, still with the tricorder, towards a large rocky outcropping. The image cuts out, and you find yourself inside of a large enclosed space, like a cave. It's dark, but the light is shining from his flashlight that he's got in his hand. And you can see a sense of bedazzled awe on his face. There are markings along the walls, written in an alien language. Lieutenant Ram knows this language to be Romulan.
What does it say?
I believe it is Romulan, Captain.
Can you read that, Ram?
Does Ram know Romulan, or can I only know that it's Romulan?
You only know that it's Romulan. You can maybe pick out a couple of phrases and words. You think you can tell a lot of the words are Romulus.
Unfortunately, I cannot directly translate it.
You also
A lot of it's
notice
very Romulus.
you also notice that much of the wording here is very close to modern Vulcan in a way that Romulan isn't.
And it's relatively close to modern Vulcan, I believe.
Eric,
But still, unfortunately, I cannot translate.
Herrick, you notice that it is sort of close to Vulcan, but it'd be like trying to read, like, it'd be like somebody who knows Spanish trying to read Latin. It's ancient and doesn't really make any sense, but you can kind of tell it's sort of similar. The
I agree, Captain.
professor's muttering to himself, just Cicero's log. I'm finally at Site 17, and I can't believe what I'm seeing. It's so close to the neutral zone. The image cuts out, and there's now a very close claustrophobic feeling of being inside of this cavern, but Professor Cicero is partially lodged under some large debris. I'm sending out a beacon for help. I want the world to know that this place was settled by Romulans thousands of years ago. If the Romulans could lay claim to any border world, it would be this one. It has immense cultural value to their nation, and the world must know. I don't know if I'll make it, but if I do, just whoever finds this. He looks seemingly directly at you, Captain Lockstead. Just know that you have a duty now. To let the world know.
It all makes sense now.
Well,
Who rescued him? Maybe that's not. Oh no 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 off.
Stalking program.
Wow. There's some big lobes. Big loba.
So nude.
I heard that line in the. Anyway, so. From what he said, they're a planet that potentially or does have old Romulan writings, and if it's on this side of the neutral zone or just inside of it, that could cause some issues. They did try to lay claim to that.
Well, now that we know, it's now my duty to address this claim at the conference and make sure that it's absolutely known. It still begs the question, who's trying to prevent this information from getting out?
Commander Herrick,
Lieutenant Commander.
your thoughts on this, if I may, as a Vulcan.
Well, as a Vulcan, I have no opinion. But as a member and officer of Starfleet, I highly doubt that a Romulan operative would silence the professor because of this discovery.
Right. And we know that a third-party entity took great care to get rid of as much as they could.
I'm sure we are going to be acquainted with whoever that third-party entity was, since they were stalking us outside the clothing store. Seems that they're on to us. We mustn't let them silence this information. We'll proceed to this exposition.
That is fine, Captain. However, if it is potentially Sector 31, and they did what they did to try and prevent that information, this is going to be highly dangerous.
I know, but it's something that must be done. I can rely on you to back me up on this.
Well, absolutely. I'm just wondering if there's another. Oh,
The door opens to reveal the silhouette of a cloaked figure before you.
it's not what it looks like.
Occupied.
The cloaked figure walks forward towards you and lowers their hood to reveal a human woman. Captain Lockstead.
Who are you?
My name is Hannah Montenegro. I'm so sorry. Did I interrupt something?
I look over at the strap-on that,
She's looking at it.
and I look back. Yes.
No, welcome. No.
Yes,
oh,
you
yes.
did. You did interrupt something. How can I help you, Hannah?
Well, I'm a reporter from Earth, and I have a couple of questions for you if you have some time.
Certainly.
Sure. Well, I saw
yes.
that the Excelsior class vessel, the USS Lovelace, was in dock, and I knew that the captain of the Lovelace is Captain Eugene Lockstead, or Udine Lockstead. My sources are a little rusty, I guess. Is your name
Wait,
Dean
I'm
or
sorry.
Eugene?
Your sources.
Well, I've been conducting interviews. It's Dean or Eugene?
No, it's Eugene.
All right, wonderful. Do you have some time for a quote? I wanted to, we're doing a story on Professor Cicero.
Yes, I'm available for that. Yes,
All right.
what would you like to know?
Great. She's gonna flick on her glasses, which have a like a little recorder on them. She's just going to kind of walk towards you. You can see that the other side of her glasses has like a light on it, like a pin light, and you can, you're sort of instantly just sort of thrust into a spotlight as she's talking to you. So, Captain Eugene Lockstead, can you give us a little bit of insight into your relationship to Professor Cicero?
My relation. Well, I was a student of Dr. Cicero back in the day.
From the
He was,
academy?
yes. he
Starfleet
was,
Academy?
That's correct. He was one of my favorite professors there, and I felt like we shared a very special bond between teacher and student.
Wonderful. Just teacher and student. Okay. When's the last time you saw Professor Cicero?
Well, I haven't seen him yet. Gosh, I have to say it's been quite a long time since I've seen him.
My sources tell me that something may have happened to the professor. He may be injured or dead. Can you give us any insight into that?
No comment.
Can you give us any insight into his research? He was scheduled to make a conference date today for a big release, but his whereabouts seem to be unknown at this time.
Fortunately, I cannot disclose that information.
Is there anything you can tell us?
No, not much.
Is that Lobes for Day 7?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Yes, yes.
Sure you don't want to tell me anything?
I'm sorry, what were you,
Any details to Professor's research would be great.
Unfortunately, like I said, I cannot disclose. I am unaware.
Got it. Lobes.
I haven't seen him in a long
Days
time.
7. Okay.
I'm sorry, is this some sort of blackmail that you're trying to do right now? Are you trying to blackmail
I never
me?
engage in blackmail, sir. This is purely journalistic integrity.
It seems to me that you're trying to blackmail me. The captain caught watching Lobes for Day 7 with his crewmates. It'd make for a good headline.
Make for good headline. Got it.
It would.
Can you write down that it was mediocre?
Certainly. Out of how many stars?
Exactly. Out of how many do I get?
Well, I mean, just 5. We'll say 5 out of 5 stars. What would you rate?
Probably 2.5.
2.5. The last number 6 was like 4 or 5. What happened?
Well, I probably changing the director. I'm not sure.
All right. Well. Yep. 2 stars.
It still sounds like you're trying to blackmail us. Certainly does.
You can talk.
Look, do what you want.
I mean, you could answer questions if you'd like. I'm just here to report the facts, sir.
Well, here's some facts for you. That's all you're getting out of me, and feel free to publish what you will.
All right. Well, thank you for your time.
Goodbye.
She walks away, turns on her heel, and clicks off the little light. Just hear her mutter under her breath. 2 stars out of 5, please. It's the best one there is.
She was very nosy. Did anyone catch that?
Yeah.
What, she already somehow knows that there's something that's gone on with the professor, and the only other person that there's only 3 people other than us that should know about that.
Well, I think we were maybe a little cavalier in spreading that around.
However, did you notice that when she asked if I was captain, she referred to me as Captain Dean?
Yes.
And who else referred to me as that?
I'm not sure. Were you possibly not with us during that time period?
You probably overheard it. It was the electronics store.
Oh, right. Yes, right.
So she spilled the beans to that reporter. That's what I'm thinking, because she said that she had conducted interviews previously, referred to me as Dean, who the only person who referred to me that was the shopkeep there and the electronics store, and also, she also knew that something happened to the professor. So I believe that she leaked that information. It's very suspicious. You find it suspicious that she also closed down the shop?
I don't know. If she was close with the professor, then it's possible it's just out of mourning. Also, I'd like to look up the etymology behind "spill the beans."
Oh, you don't know that one?
I don't.
It's like when, okay, let's say the beans are vital information. Okay, okay, so the beans are like vital information. Every little bean is like a little piece of that information. And the act of spilling them is like, oh no, you shouldn't have done that, because nobody wants spilled beans. Nobody wants that. But when somebody does that on purpose, it's like, look at all that information that just spattered out there.
Is everything all right in there? I noticed the program wasn't running.
2 out of 5. I've seen better lobes.
Finishing up.
Are you watching Lobes 4 Days?
Yeah. No, yeah,
I have
I've seen better
8, 9,
lobes.
10, 11, 12, 13, 14, all the way through 96 if you'd like.
Maybe I shall
They're right
look
here
into
under the
that
bar.
later. I'll look into that later. I do like good loba. Loba's very nice, but not now.
Just let me know.
Yes, of course. No need for cleanup here. It was quick. No, we didn't do much. I mean, it was interrupted.
Eric's left the room.
Whatever you say.
Anyways, let's just get going. We need to talk to the head of security here.
Sure.
Agreed.
The away team makes their way to the security office. You knock on the door and...
Captain and crew.
Yes, please ignore Lieutenant Commander's attire. It's a long story, but it was necessary for us to ascertain the information that we have gathered. You'll be pleased to know that we have a very strong motivation as to why he has met his untimely death.
The Klingon is eyeing you, Lieutenant Commander Belmont, with a level of disgust that tells you with 0 words that what you were wearing is considered incredibly offensive to this Klingon who's the chief security officer here at Deep Space 7.
Is it on backwards?
That's a personnel report.
Yes.
Please
Ram,
take
help,
it
help,
off
Ram,
before he
Ram.
snaps you in half.
Ram, help me out of this.
Yeah, I can try.
Help me, please. Don't break it.
Okay.
If you have something you would like to report, please tell me or submit it in writing.
Well,
Please
we
get
were
out of
able
the
to
office.
discover the professor's isolinear chip, and on that isolinear chip was a discovery so profound that it would make sense that somebody would want him silenced. He was going to reveal something very big, something monumental, and, well, needless to say, he discovered that one of the planets near the neutral zone actually has a great Romulan artifact and archives there that could very much be claimed by the Romulans, if discovered.
All right. This sounds very political. This is beyond my scope. I don't want anything to do with this. So,
Understandable. Though,
you're
this
certainly
information...
certainly in a position of ability far beyond mine here at Deep Space 7. I don't know how to help you.
Well, I should suspect that we will need ample security so that when the presentation is conducted, that no one is there to silence this truth.
Security we can provide.
That's all we will ask of you.
The Klingon presses a button and several armed guards from seemingly nowhere appear at the door, lock step with each other, and sort of just they're at the ready.
Do you require an escort to any location here on Deep Space 7?
Yes. I would actually like to be escorted to where the presentation will be held. And it should be... I'll check the clock. How many more hours do we have until the presentation?
It's beginning now.
Oh, then let's double time it to the presentation.
The security team in front of the door leads you towards a large hall. They surround you in a perfect circle, and they appear to be able to predict your movements with incredible ease and grace as they push their way through the crowd to find you here at the steps of the hall, the conference hall. There are people yelling and sort of shouting. You can hear several voices just off in the distance. Where's Cicero?
This crowd is... Wow. Everyone seems to know him. He really did get around on this ship. Station. Why do I keep calling it a ship? Well, there's nothing for it. I think I'm going to have to take control of the podium and calm everybody down and then deliver the news. Just be on the lookout, crew. If anything seems suspicious, don't hesitate to act.
Aye.
Aye, Captain.
Very well. And I'll go ahead and tidy myself, and Captain Lockstead will step up onto the podium.
Sure. The crowd sort of quiets a little bit.
Hello? Testing. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Hello, denizens of the Deep Space Station 7000.
Where's Cicero? Yeah!
I'm actually here on behalf of Professor Cicero. Late Professor Cicero, as I should say. I bring unfortunate news. Professor Cicero has passed away this morning. I know. However,
Oh no.
I shall speak in his stead. And I know I am not the late professor. However, there was something that must be said. There is something that must be said. A truth that he was going to reveal. And I believe he was silenced before he could reveal that truth. And I'm here today on his behalf to tell the truth that he was to spill to all of you here, to the world, to the galaxy. The work that Dr. Cicero did, the tireless hours that he contributed to his passion of the craft. There is no one who has dedicated this amount of time, who has been this driven. And through it, the fruits of his labors, he has discovered something. An archaeological find on a planet near the neutral zone that gives the Romulans claim to a planet. And now this is information that somebody wanted silenced. But Dr. Cicero fought through those odds. He knew the consequences, and he took them head on. And he inspired me, as he has inspired many, to let the truth be known. And I give it to you now. Let his work not go in vain, but his memory die with him. He lives in all of our hearts. And he has left his mark on all of us. And in some of the changing rooms and some of the holodecks, no doubt, still marks there. He will truly be missed, and he is a hero. In my eyes, I'm sure many of you should all aspire to be like him. Here's for Dr. Cicero.
Is that Captain?
The crowd.
The captain.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say the captain will descend the podium with tears welling up in his eye.
The crowd reaches out to sort of try to touch you, and people begin to disperse, and there's a lot of excitement. And it's shown on huge screens in this promenade with a headline, Professor discovers new Romulan claim to Federation planet.
It's gonna be a lot of paperwork, Captain.
I know. This is how it should be, though. This was the right thing. Wherever you are, Dr. Cicero, hope I've made you proud.
Attention to the owner of the Tellarite mining ship Crevasse. Your running lights are still engaged.
They really haven't fixed that yet. How embarrassing.
Well done, crew. Good job. You solved the mystery, and you explored Deep Space 7.
It was a fun place.
That was
a
perfect.
lot of fun.
What a speech right there at the end. My God.
Yeah, especially him leaving his mark in very specific places.
Hey, it's true. He left his
It is true.
Good
It is true.
God. I wanted to said for the record that I didn't invent Loeb's 4 days 7. That was you guys.
That was us.
It wasn't me.
Loaves for days.
big Loba.
I mean, you know, if it's gonna be, I mean, you know, the Ferengi women are always nude anyway, so that's not an exciting, or I guess, as exciting. I think there's a market there. I think there's an untapped market, for holodeck.
God. What a good episode. Well done.
It was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun.
Did you guys
good.
Did you guys expect that you were gonna get to go to a space station? Have any of you actually seen like Deep Space Nine, the show?
Oh yeah, yeah.
I actually haven't.
You haven't seen Deep Space Nine?
No.
So like Star Trek TNG is all about like people on a ship doing ship adventure things, and Star Trek the original series is people on a ship doing like ship adventure things, and people like in Star Trek Voyager is about people on a ship doing like ship adventure things, and Star Trek Deep Space Nine is like a bunch of people who are stuck in an airport doing airport things.
Yeah, I mean, literally, people coming in, going out, contraband is running through all the time. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I'm super happy that I got to do like a Deep Space Station episode.
7,000.
Deep Space 7,000.
Every document is gonna come back with like a red mark. It's like, you need to correct. This is not accurate. Actually, so with that though, I have to say, the fact that it's a Romulan. Okay, so I don't know how much is expressly like written, but for a Romulan planet to be on this side of the neutral zone that they can make claim on would be disastrous.
Yeah.
I have to assume Sector 31 was involved trying to hush shit up as much as they could. And I'm pretty sure, hopefully there's no one living on that planet, because after Captain Eugene Lockstead said all this stuff, I don't think they'd have a choice except to annihilate the surface of that planet one way or the other to prevent any evidence to show up. I'm not sure if that's the logical, progression, but oh my God.
Yeah, you'll have to You'll have to tune in next time to see if Section 31 was involved in that at all.
Oh shit.
I mean, it might be a plot point later on down the line. I can't just reveal that. I can't reveal my hand.
I'm look. I'm
Poker
just doing,
champion.
look. There are so many things that I wanted to say, that I was like, oh, fuck. Because I almost said blackjack just to say it. But yeah, that was fucking hilarious.
God, if you'd rolled high enough, I would have given you a royal flush. I want you to know that.
Oh, of course.
If you rolled a 6, I would have given you a royal flush.
I am really happy I didn't. I think that it is much better that I did very poorly.
Oh yeah, definitely. How about you, Anavin?
It was a good session.
Yeah.
Actually, along with what Locke was saying, do you not have control over your faculties?
Kind of. I see it more of like, Ram does something, he does it at... I just don't really know how to describe it.
Max power? Like, I don't...
Doing it
power,
gently is a bit
max
difficult
power.
when you've got so much power that doing it gently is a lot of focus.
Yeah. Additionally,
You gotta limit yourself a lot for that.
Ram's whole biology is so foreign and so new to scientists that it's difficult for Ram to be minute and delicate in procedures, even though Ram is artificial in nature. It's not a perfect being by any stretch of the imagination, and
that makes sense. It's just...
definitely makes sense.
It's like that Superman issue, right? Like
Yeah,
he's so strong that he has to be so gentle when he picks up his little coffee cup, so he doesn't just shatter it just by holding it regularly. Okay, I think I get it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ram's existence is attempting not to destroy everything around him. Ram could easily annihilate any single one of you at any given time.
He's just gotta be gentle.
He's trying to do human mannerisms and goes, "Hey, good job," and he does the pop you in the in the arm, but you just go flying through the corridor.
Your arm flies off. And if it's a little sensible chuckle, yeah, watch out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think it's definitely canon that Ram possesses incredible amounts of strength, and if it ever comes down to a strength check, you just know that Lieutenant Ram is capable of inhuman feats of strength.
I think it's great. It's perfect. Perfect.
Nobody asked you for a map either.
Ram just didn't think they needed it.
Wow. Yeah. It's so stupid.
It's great. Well, thank you both so much. Thank you both. Thank you all so much for being here. I really appreciate it. Locke unfortunately had to bounce a little early. He had some prior thing he had to do. But crew, you're phenomenal. Thank you so much. You're all just so good at this, at being a crew, getting into mischief. Before we take off, I want to do a really quick little shout out for everybody. We'll start with you, Fist of the Walrus, Cam Lockstead.
Hello, I'm Fist of the Walrus, and I played Captain Eugene Lockstead. Had a great time this episode, and I didn't know I had such a kick-ass professor. It was a great story, honestly, being able to carry on the professor's work, and it was very powerful, actually. It was a perfect blend of both comedy and seriousness, and I felt it was a really just perfect scenario for the crew, and I was very happy with it. Looking forward to more. You can catch me over at Twitter and Twitch, Fist of the Walrus. But it's a pleasure being on, a pleasure being a part of this. Did an amazing job, Nikki.
Thanks, Fist. The speech at the end was ungodly. It's just so
It was
good.
really good.
So good.
Really good.
With the microphone effect and it's just amazing. Aaron Black, Lieutenant Commander Belmont, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hi, my name is Aaron Black. I am a writer. Currently writing all sorts of shit. But I did publish a book, and if you want to know more about that, you can follow me over on Twitter at Aaron B. Writes.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Aaron. Next up is Enovan.
Hello there, my name is Edovan, a streamer here on Twitch. Typically I stream chill and relaxing games. You find me at twitch.tv/Edovan, that's ENEVUN.
Awesome. Thank you, Enovan. Lock the Raven is also a member of the crew. He plays Commander Herrick, the Vulcan security officer aboard the USS Lovelace. You can find his stream at twitch.tv/LockTheRaven, one word spelled like it sounds. My name is Nicotine. I've been your DM today. And I do also Twitch stuff at twitch.tv/Nicotine, Nikatine. Thank you all so much, everyone, and viewers here at Twitch and elsewhere who may be listening. You're all wonderful. Thank you for being here. Thank you for coming to our show. We stream Star Trek Adventures Loveless live every Tuesday at 3 p.m. Pacific. That's 6 p.m. Eastern here at twitch.tv/FableScraps. We also have a Twitter account where we post our going live notifications and a Discord server where you can come talk about the show, hang out, make new friends, talk about tabletop, or we have a Warhammer show on Fridays that we can talk about there as well. You can find our going live notifications on Discord as well. So, thank you so much, everyone. Have a wonderful week. We'll see you next week at Star Trek Adventures Loveless here on FableScraps. Bye-bye, everyone.
Farewell.
Oi.